to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 2nd, 1954, MLB St. Louis Cardinal Stan Musial hits 5 home runs in a doubleheader against the New York Giants.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Ladies and gentlemen, it only happens once a year. It's always fun. It's our Memorial Day weekend backlot clearance. 267 new and used vehicles in our backlot have been marked down to the max to include vehicles under $10,000. But when they're gone, it's over. Our once-a-year Memorial Day backlot clearance starts Friday and ends on Monday at 10 p.m. sharp. You cannot afford to miss this sale. Only at Beaver Toyota St. Augustine and Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free from credit cards, car loans, and personal loans. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value's way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards. Get some money for a home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips, and approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508, 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
Imagine a complete one-stop shop for all your company's technology needs. A Jacksonville business who keeps their customer service local, so you never get outsourced to a distant call center. When your company is ready for faster support for managed IT services, voice-over IP phone systems, or access control, discover why so many business owners select Total Business Systems. Call 604-6900, 604-6900, or jacksitexperts.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans, go time on a Thursday morning. This is not a daycare. The Drill will not treat you like children. Welcome aboard. Get you up and running. Walking, maybe, for some of you. I see you 6 o'clockers spinning the wheels of commerce, getting more done before 7 than a lot of these jokers will get done all day. We feel you. We're up early every day. We come at you, me through caffeine injection, and E through some sleepy eyes and some ready to go. Yeah. There he is, my guy. Man, I like our guy, Nick Luco. Enjoy our Friday conversations throughout the Jacksonville Iceman season. He keeps us, all squared up on hockey. You don't have to be a Iceman fan or an ECHL fan or a hockey fan. If you're a fan of any sports team that plays in a 7-game playoff series, then you can imagine the frustration and torment that this offseason will bring for Nick Luco and his boys in the Iceman organization. They won down at the Everblades Game 4 to take a 3-1 series lead, try and vanquish this ogre that has just been a real problem in the postseason. Iceman had lost 2 straight years in the playoffs to the Everblades. But after winning Game 4 on the road, being up 3-1, Game 5 still to be played down at Florida, you're in pretty good shape here. We're up 3-1. Let's try and close it out in Game, what would that be, 5? Get a little rest. Get ready. Let's go. Kelly Cup, here we come. But they drop that game. They come home. They lose Game 6 on Tuesday night. Game 7 last night. Hicken's talking about this goalie that the Everblades has. They're the Panthers system. They get this hot shot goalie. He's been unbelievable at this level, and apparently he was spinning his magic last night. Icemen lose 4-0 last night at home. Season comes to an end. And if you're a fan, listen, we've all been there as sports fans. If you're a fan of Major League Baseball, NBA, you have some tale of heartache from somewhere in your sports memory banks of blowing a series lead. It's the worst, man. It's the worst to be up 3-1. You're basically already investing your future plans in what other series and great fortunes await. And then it's gone. Season over. Back on ice next year, I guess. So tough one at home last night in the Igloo for the Icemen. Never really got a chance to give people hope. They lost 4-0. And to the point, the one thing about hockey, and it'll play out in one of these NHL series if it's not playing out already. I'm not going to lie. I can tell you who's winning the series in the NHL. It's about as far as it goes for me. The deeper we go, the more I'll probably pay attention. But there will be that storyline in a Stanley Cup playoff series. There is every year. Just some unbelievable hot goalie carries the team, sometimes all the way to a title. So, tough way for it to end for our Jacksonville Icemen last night. This is how it usually goes when you contact a former coach of a player that you just drafted. It follows a familiar script. First of all, the players that are drafted, most typically, teams have already talked to said coaches throughout the draft process. Coaches aren't in the business of underselling their guys. I would imagine they probably take a real as honest an evaluation tone as they can when the NFL scouts and front offices and coaches come calling. You feel me? When the NFL team comes on your campus and they meet with you and they want to know about player A, B, C, D, and E, you're likely to give them as straight a shot with your answer as you can give. Who knows where these paths cross again, right? Now, when 1010XL dials you up and they want to talk after the draft about your prospect who has now joined the Jacksonville Jaguars, you're typically going to get a pretty positive review. So to that, Eli Drinkwitz is the head coach of Missouri. And I'm interested to hear what he says about Javon Foster, although I can probably pretty accurately predict what it is he might feel and think and ultimately say about the big offensive tackle. 3-year starter at Missouri, first-team All-SEC. Why is he available in round 4 is the first question, that I would have. But I said, the 3 picks that I like, just kind of based on how they fall. I like Brian Thomas Jr. I like getting Javon Foster in round 4. I think this could be a cat that, swings around on this roster for years. And I like the 7th rounder. He's got no production yet, but if you're going to take a guy in round 7, you're going to do it. That's the kind I like. He's coming from a Power 5 program. He's got size, has all of those measurables, so we'll see on him. But it's not about him right now. It's about Javon Foster and Missouri head coach Eli Drinkwitz. And when I say 10-10 dials him up, in this case, it's XL Prime Time. And first and foremost, ask the Missouri head coach just what it is the Jags are getting in the 4th rounder.
The number one thing you're getting in Javon Foster's consistency. I mean, he's been a consistent starter at left tackle for us for 3 seasons. He only gave up 1 sack last year. He's gone against the best of the best in college football every year and been consistently one of the best pass protectors. He's very good in the run game, toughness, work ethic, doesn't say much, not a big personality, but a big young man. Duval Nation's going to be really excited for him to be protecting Trevor Lawrence in whatever role he has moving forward.
He does say that he's kind of a quiet leader and can play inside on the O-line, so there's going to be some versatility there. But, look, it's a problem if you reach out to former coaches and they don't give a glowing review. And again, y'all on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, you long-timers been around, keep us off the Google machine. Let's keep us focused on these interesting topics that we've pre-assembled for you pre-show. E and I have a long, extensive pre-show meeting every day to make sure that you guys are best informed to start your day at the water cooler or wherever it may be. That's about what you would suspect. You know, the former head coaches to say, and in Javon Foster, we could have a very good one for sure. There's a good point that is made when it comes to the reality of draft grades. It's a very valid point. This is stupid. These cats have not played one single game in the National Football League. How in the world can you put a grade on them? And so really when we get draft grades from these quote-unquote experts, we're not getting it's impossible to give a grade on what these players' impacts will be in the NFL. You're just simply getting a grade on how they think these players will do. And goodness knows the draft grades are wrong. This is another one that I'm not going to first of all, I got off track, and I didn't tell the Googans what I want them to find out. It's George O'Leary's comments on Blake Bortles after he was drafted. Y'all remember that storyline? You remember that? I don't remember exactly. I'm not saying, oh, boy, I don't know what they're doing, but he kind of implied or even stated, I think it was with us. Pretty sure it was here at 1010, with one of our shows. And just maybe like project developmental, something along those lines. It wasn't a ringing horse. Oh, yeah, you got your, Tom Brady. Which at number 3, by the way, that's what you, expect. So if you remember exactly what that was, and perhaps, by the way, I'm attaching the eval to the wrong player. I don't remember exactly. That's how we roll. Remember that focus that I was talking about? See how quickly I lose it? It's got some tree surgeons Thursday. I do know that. Back to the draft grading, the processes, and again, you look at what the Jags have been assigned by most. It's not super flattering. It's bottom half, in some cases, bottom 6 or 7. If you look at guys' favorite picks from drafts, they go 50, 100 deep. Lucky if the Jaguars show up at all. This is a draft. Again, Trent Baalke's Jack Reacher. You're going to reach on draft day, and if it hits, you're going to have a bountiful display of surprising successes. And if he doesn't, you're just going to shake your head and say, what are we doing? But where you can really, honestly, more properly grade how well you drafted, and really the only way, you got to wait in, what's the time span we typically reference? 3 years, right? Get any kind of beginning of a draft class grade, you got to give it 3 years. And then, by the way, you still don't have the total story, but it's a lot better than those Insta grades that we give on the Monday after the draft, which are really quite silly. And let's also be honest about this. Your draft grade, for the most part, not just here, but all the way around the league, for the most part, it's going to be determined by, really, do you hit on your first rounder? You hit on your first rounder 5 years in a row, you get better and your roster gets more stocked a lot quicker. That being said, forget how the Jaguars did in the 2024 draft. We now have 3 years to look back on. I think what is shaping up really, and it'd be interesting to look at it versus some of the other Jags drafts in the past. This may contend for one of the best Jags drafts ever, 2021. So, ET, real quick, and I want to get more into this. I want to compare it to some previous Jaguars drafts a little bit later when my cohort and compatriot Dan Hicken arrives, ceremoniously 1 hour late. Accent on ceremony. Just your quick grade, though, ET. You got out your red Sharpie, and I'm handing in the paperwork. Now, I think it's also fair to do this. If we're going to and it's it can't be applied to each player individually, right? Because there's an accumulation of talent and moves and free agency and other draft classes that leads to teams turnarounds. In other words, a team that is losing, and then it starts winning. You can't, put it all on one team. But if the team stunk up until 2021, and then the 2021 draft class came in, and they've now, after their first rookie year, have produced back-to-back winning seasons, I think the 2021 draft class overall is probably a pretty big reason why.
Valid.
And so just to, set the table on what the Jaguars were the 3 years previous to the 2021 draft class being selected, the Jags had gone 5-11, 6-10, 1-15, 12-36. 12-36 was the 3-year record before the 2021 draft. Take out the 2017 10-6 season that a roster that very quickly fell apart, poor chemistry, and more. The records previous to that: 3-13, 5-11, 3-13, 4-12, 2-14, 5-11. We've all lived it. I don't need to go too far down. One thing was absolutely certain in the decade, other than 2017, where they went 10-6 and won the division. Other than that season, they lost double-digit games every single year. So the 2021 class came into a barren desert when it came to success, momentum, any measurable. The 2021 class, many of whom saw players come from winning programs in college football, had no idea the mess they were getting into. Never mind that 2021 was Urban Meyer, which just led to a host of other issues. But I digress. Knowing they were 12-30. By the way, since then, 9-9, 3, 21 wins in those 3 years, and that includes just a 3-14 rookie season. So, without further explanation, E.T., just your quick red felt-tipped marker grade on each player as I go down this list. Trevor Lawrence.
B+.
Yeah. I'll go A+. We're the worst freaking team in the league. We can't get out of our own way, and now we got a guy who goes 9-8 2 years in a row and is criticized for it. I'd go A+ on Trevor Lawrence.
All right. I'm going to give him a B+.
That's fine. Most people would be with you on that. Travis Etienne.
B.
I'd go B also. Tyson Campbell.
I'm also giving B's all the way.
That's a B.
Yeah, 3.0 shot.
Now, again, pick 33rd, but okay, B. Walker Little.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a C+.
Yeah, that's an A. We got him 45th. He started meaningful games, including games that they won. You got him 45th at offensive tackle, and he's been a viable contributor, especially when healthy. Cisco.
Yeah, I like Cisco.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to A.
It's an A. You got a guy in the third round, and he's a really good player.
Yeah.
Listen, it doesn't take I'm talking about draft picks. I'm not saying right now Trevor's an A+. There's a difference in grading the player as a draft pick and what he's meant to your team and grading the player as where he stands right now versus the rest of the NFL. I should probably have clarified that a little bit before we got started. Trevor Lawrence at number 1, to me, is an A-plus pick. Who in the draft, if you could go back and do it over, would you have taken instead?
Yeah, nobody.
Then it's an A-plus.
That's fair. When you put it like that, yeah, that's fair.
All right, so Etienne, Little, Cisco. Look, the 4th rounder, Jay Tufele, should have kept him, right? As a 4th-round pick, I guess ultimately you got to give it a bad grade because they cut him. But the man went on to start for the Bengals. I'm not saying he's an impact player, but I'm saying when you're using the 106th pick and you got a guy who's starting in the NFL, probably a pretty good draft pick. Jordan Smith just never worked here. They got Luke Farrell in round 5. That's probably a B, isn't it? E.T.?
That's a C. That's a C or a B.
Yeah, I mean, as a draft pick, you're not going to get Pro Bowlers with every pick, but
Right.
for the fact that he's been on the roster, made a select handful of plays. Then they used a pick in round 6 on Jalen Camp, but that draft has produced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes who have started, not full-time starters. But Lawrence, Etienne, Campbell, Cisco, all full-time starters really right out of the gate. Walker Little started a bunch of games. Tufele is, I don't know, by the way, where he has landed now from a perception standpoint. I don't know how well thought of he is. I'm not going to tell you he's the penciled-in starter for the Bengals. I know that he has started. Could have been injury related that drove him into the lineup. I'm not selling you Jay Tufele is something special. But as the Jags continue to roll the dice in the middle of that defensive line, it looks like a guy perhaps we should have held on to for another year, maybe. Regardless, if you look back on that draft in 2021 and where the Jaguars stand and the fact that we are a nervous fan base because we've only gone 9-8 the last 2 years, I'd say the Jags probably had an A-plus draft in 2021. And is this, are we describing greatness here? No, probably not. But if this team is going to return at all, right, E.T., if we're going to return anywhere near to the fun that we had in 2022, isn't it almost a guarantee that Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Tyson Campbell, Walker Little, and Andre Cisco all have to be big parts of it?
Yep, the core.
That's 5 guys, man. You only play 22. All from what is now Age's very good draft for the Jaguars in 2021. Anyway, I digress. But before we move on from the draft grades and this and that and the other, just kind of a reminder that we need to differentiate. And by the way, draft grades are gone and forgotten in a hot minute, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they be going quick.
Right, it's a big talker the day after the draft over the course of the weekend. I mean, shoot, we come back on Friday morning, and there's a grade for every first-round pick. And then, before you know it, you're in a mini camp and preseason, and by around October, you couldn't tell me what round players were drafted in. If you just pulled up a generic NFL team and I showed you a player, you couldn't even tell me if he was part of the draft class. You forget about it pretty quick. But 3 years later, and it'll be interesting. By the way, this isn't unique to my thought process. They'll be the websites will start doing that. They'll start regrading the 2021 draft now that you've got this 3-year window of numbers and experience to put on it. Anywho, we are up and going. I'm going to come back on the other side with a very important lesson that you have to always remember if you're going to dabble in the prognosticating depravity we call the sports book, okay? Short version, this. Further explanation when we return. But if I could give you any tip, if I could give you any advice when it comes to trying to decide if the LA Kings can beat the Edmonton Oilers or if the New York Yankees will win by a run and a half, if I could point you in any direction, I wouldn't look at their depth charts. I wouldn't look at the player matchups. I wouldn't look at win and lose streaks. I wouldn't note the officiating crews that will be involved that day and any impact they would have. No, I would just look to one place, one beacon, who proves time and time again E.T., Vegas always knows.
Vegas always knows.
And I got a red-hot example this morning when we come back. It is a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Custom Tree Surgeons, just absolutely awesome. Of all the partners we have here at 1010XL, and they're all terrific, man. I don't know how many I've gotten more response to, for, and about than Custom Tree Surgeons and the way they do business. So if you have anything on your property that needs to get taken care of, business or home, trust my friends at Custom Tree Surgeons. I know I've used them 2 or 3 times already. Had another time. I know Hicken had him out, thought he needed something done. They said, you really don't need it done right now. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate it so much. If I think something's wrong or I think I'm about to have to drop X amount of money, that the business that I'm, soliciting says, you're okay for now. Let's revisit in 6 months or a year or whatever it is. Custom Tree Surgeons, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. Vegas always knows when we return.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
What's the deal with the show?
Around town, around the world. Take 1010XL with you wherever you go.
Everyone can hear.
Download our free app for Apple and Android devices. Search 1010XL where you get your apps.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Triumph is such a beautiful ride. But, Greg, you're telling me that there's a price point that's going to invite even more potential buyers.
There is. There's 2 new models, both of them under $6,000, one of them under $5,000. Great motorcycle, same Triumph quality and design. You got to come see it.
And it still's that big bike underneath you.
It is. It's a good-looking bike and all Triumph.
You can log on, cyclesofjacksonville.com, or visit the showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
Your Jags and the NFL. Jaguars Today. Get personal with your favorite NFL team.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
Jaguars Today, every weekday from 10 to noon with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony on 1010XL.
Corona's the cold one you're craving all spring and all summer. Always refreshing, always hitting the spot. And with Corona Premier, it's only 90 calories and pairs perfectly with almost any appetite or adventure. It's easy to enjoy the summer sun when you know reaching for a cold Corona is only a cooler away. Corona Premier, light and refreshing, perfect any day or night under the sun.
Corona's never missed a Cinco de Mayo party. Neither should you.
Celebrate Cinco de Mayo all weekend with a Corona.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, presented by FIS, is home all weekend at 1-to-1 Financial Ballpark. Tonight is Coors Light Thirsty Thursday, and then Red Shirt Friday and day games tomorrow and Saturday. The first 2,000 fans Saturday get free Jumbo Shrimp bucket hats, courtesy of Miller Electric. Then it's Baptist House Sunday Family Fun Day. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T, and the NBA playoffs are here, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot of making that straight cash, homie. You can even live stream and bet on the game right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today by using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Visionaries, builders, and doers, are you ready to change the world? Miller Electric is your opportunity to shape the future. Miller Electric is leading the charge in electric vehicle technology with our state-of-the-art EV Innovation Design Center. We're working to create a sustainable future. We're also the proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, powering their performance at the brand new Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric, we provide competitive pay, unbeatable benefits. Apply today. MillerCareers.com, Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
We love talking sports on 1010XL, and I9 Sports love giving kids the perfect way to grow up playing sports. Summer and fall registration is underway, and if you log on to i9sports.com, you'll see all they've got to offer for kids 3 and up. And don't forget to enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount on registration. Year-round sports all across the First Coast, from St. John's, Duval to Clay. Summer and fall registration open right now. Fort Family Field in Westside Middle, or online at i9sports.com. Get your kids in the game with i9.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. Nobody without y'all. All right, so here's the, I had a couple things to get to. Here is the George O'Leary, not a natural thrower of the football. That's what you get the head coach on of a quarterback that you just took number 3 overall, and among the things that he tells you is that said quarterback is, quote, not a natural thrower of the football. Oops.
Dang, coach.
Oops. E.T., break up your Marlins, baby. The Marlins have won a series for the first time this year. Congratulations,
I peeped that
Fish.
too.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 of y'all out there. That means something too, but they won their first series. They beat the Rockies last night. On the other side, the Rockies have now broken the all-time Major League record. They have trailed at some point of 30 consecutive games. It's like to be a Rockies fan today. Think about that. Rockies haven't come out, got 3 in the first, added 4 in the sixth, and, breezed to an 8-1 win in over a month. 30 straight games the Rockies have trailed at some point. Really? You guys make a good point on on what it feels like to be in a 7-game series, have a 3-1 series lead, sometimes even 3-0 and lose it, what that feels like. We don't have that in the NFL because, it's just week to week. And it's true, it's a slower burn, but it's a lot like being 8-3 and then watching your team miss the playoffs. That kind of feels like having a 3-1 series lead and blowing it. I mentioned the Marlins winning 2 out of 3 and the Rockies certainly living up to their nickname. They've been Rocky, all right, and now have trailed in 30 straight games. But the bottom of the barrel, the scourge of Major League Baseball and performance it'll never be about the players because nobody underperforms like those dudes who put on the mask and charade around like character actors in a Broadway play. I'm talking about home plate umpires. The absolute worst scourge in professional sports right now are home plate umpires. Not just because of their complete inability to do the easiest officiating job of all the major sports. They don't have to run up and down the field. They don't have to have their eyes on 14 different plays at once. They just got to sit their dumb, lazy butts behind plate and tell us if the ball went over it or not. It would not seem to be hard. It is right in front of them. It should be so easy. You should, if you're good at what you do, if you're looking for people who are good at it. Now, look, if you took me or E.T. or the man on the moon and you put us behind plate in a mask, we'd be 50-50. We're not the best in the world, or supposedly at what we do. These jackamaroons, I don't know what to tell you about home plate umpires. I'll until my last breath on sports radio, they will be the biggest target of mine. They suck. And it's worse than their inability to do their job when it comes to balls and strikes, safe or out. It's their attitudes. It's their stinking attitudes where they prance around like they're the rooster in the hen house. And they bark at billion-dollar entities like they're not hired help. They're the worst. So I love it when the worst is on display and you got a man in the broadcast booth with the credentials, the legacy, and the stones to say exactly what they are. And when it comes to ranking the worst of the worst at home plate umpire, C.B. Buckner will be a name that stands out. Because old C.B. isn't just going to blow the call, but he's also going to be Othello on stage somewhere on Broadway. C.B. Buckner was behind the plate yesterday with the Orioles and the Yankees playing. Jim Palmer is a Hall of Fame pitcher, a multiple champion with the Baltimore Orioles. Mr. Baltimore Oriole, you could almost say, and that's would even include Cal Ripken Jr. Jim Palmer is the color commentator in the Orioles broadcast booth. And after watching C.B. Buckner call a ball, 8-10 inches down and away, a strike three, Palmer just couldn't hold his tongue.
Henderson coming off a leadoff home run yesterday in an 0-2 hole quickly. Cortez drops the arm angle down, and here you go. C.B. Buckner strike zone, full effect.
Well, you kind of wonder how bad he's going to be, and he's shown us already in the first inning. This ball's a grounder. And, all you want is a guy that understands what the strike zone. That's on the ground. Shouldn't be umpiring, and he is. And they know it.
Thank you, Jim Palmer. Just absolutely perfect. And Murph was telling us when he's in there, these guys get in, you can't get them out, man. They're like squatters-y.
Know about them squatters.
It's like the Major League Baseball encampment is what it is. I'm surprised the Jokers just don't throw tents up and sleep in the infield and dare someone to tell them they're not allowed to. This is private property. I'm an umpire. Give me a tent. So good for Jim Palmer for calling it like he sees it. C.B. Buckner, you're the worst, bro. Angel Hernandez, you're the worst. Hunter Wintelstedt, you run an umpiring crew. I saw you the other day kick a manager out who didn't even say a word. You two are the worst. You home plate umpire. Never mind how pitiful you are at doing the simplest of officiating jobs. I mean, some back judge in the NFL, it must drive him crazy watching a baseball game. These dudes are 60 years old running up and down the field, making calls as best they can. NBA referees are trying to negotiate a 10-man battle royale, and you jokers sit your fat A's 8 inches behind the plate and you can't see balls and strikes. Okay, I'm way too deep into what is a probably too familiar rant. Yeah, just thought I'd throw it up there. It's Jim Palmer, E.T. All right, so I'm on the phone yesterday with the Bit Man, all right? You guys know who the Bit Man is?
Bit Man.
Yeah, that's Ping out there in L.A. Works for, KT something or other. KTLA. Oh, wouldn't you know? But anyway, he's a TV sportscaster out there, and he is their TV station. He does Clippers games. Like, Bally does a lot of them, but they themselves do like 10 or 15, and he's part of that broadcast crew. And, leave it to the Bit Man to be in a town that has the Lakers and the Clippers, and he's the Clippers guy. Anyway, we're talking about the Clippers-Mavs series yesterday afternoon. And as good, fun sports discussions go between a couple of guys, this question pops up pretty early. What do you think the spread is in that game? Right? And so then you guess the spread. Okay, the Clippers are hosting the Mavs. Clippers had that 30-point lead. They won on the road. I said, I don't know, Clippers minus 3.5. That sounded about right. So the bit man, Clipper expert, by the way, pulls up the line and says it's Dallas minus 3. The Mavs are a 3-point favorite on the road. Huh. Well, what's your first instinct if you are throwing a couple matchsticks on, your Hard Rock app or wherever it is you're playing?
Somebody's
Bet
hurt
US.
or like something's
or just 3. No, it sounds like, well, that's easy. The Clippers are at home. I get 3.5 points, right? I mean, most people are going to think the Clippers are going to cover that. The bit man says, well, why? This is going to be a close game, even if they lose. Yada, yada, yada. And all I said is this: I don't bet on sports. Ping. I don't bet on sports. But the scenario you just described to me screams lock.
I'll take it.
For the Dallas Mavericks. Because if Vegas has Dallas minus 3, and everybody in the world would think that the Clippers with the home, and I know Kawhi's missing, the 2 games that the Clippers won in this series, Kawhi was missing. The 2 they lost, he played. So before you overanalyze my analyzation, I know all the reasons, potential reasons why Dallas on the road in the playoffs after a game they just lost in a series that's 2-2 would be a 3-point favorite. I, like anyone, would think, just sports fan in me, casual bettor in me, would think, yeah, you put the money on the Clippers at home, getting 3. Shoot, I think the Clippers will win straight up. I'll play the money line. But you know what? Oh, Vegas got you again. That's what they want you to do. They want you to look at that and say, what? They're wrong. They missed on that one. Mavs, last night, the final from Staples, or wherever they play. Is it Crypto? Yeah.
Yeah.
Final from Crypto last night. Mavs, 123. Clippers, 93.
Oof.
Was that line minus 3 or minus 30?
Right.
Vegas always knows. I bet if you looked at the betting in the game on that line, I bet you 75% of the action was on the Clippers. In fact, before we go to break, come back with a football fix. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see. I'm going to see if maybe people are smarter than I give them credit for. I don't need that one. I need last night. Here we go. Maybe people will realize, and so they got off of the. Okay, here's the box score. About 50-50. About 50-50. In my case, Vegas always knows what to save me. At the very least, I would not have bet on the Clippers plus 3. That was just too. Listen, this theory, by the way, doesn't always play out. We ride this and Friday 5-pack. There's other trends and certain things you watch, but it's always curious when one. There's 2 ways to look at it. Either a line is way off of what you would think the general public would think, and the Mavs minus 3 I just think was like off. Or it's one of those deals where money keeps coming in on one side and the line's moving the other way, and Vegas is just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You fade that kind of pattern as well. All right, let's come back with a football fix. Some news and notes around the National Football League. Going to get you through a Thursday morning. Brought to you by Custom Tree Surgeons. Doc Kevin Murphy is coming up today. We tracking down Jason Gibson today, E? Is that finalized? No?
I think we're going to have him on tomorrow.
All right, we'll have him on tomorrow. Okay. We've just been a series of schedule conflicts this week with the Sharks head coach. Heisman season comes to an end last night. Oof, that's a tough one. It'll be a long off season as they see a 3-1 series lead melt away in the final 3 games of the series. All right, back with more next. You're locked in to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida Gators baseball today, hosting the Tennessee Volunteers. Florida the plus 120 underdog in Gainesville. The Vols are the minus 150 moneyline favorite. Braves over the Mariners 5-2 yesterday as a $1.92 favorite. The Braves open up a series of the Dodgers on Friday. Brewers over the Rays 7-1 in Milwaukee as a $1.12 favorite. Up next, Rays back at Tropicana Field Friday to meet the New York Mets. The CJ Cup, Byron Nelson, TPC Craig Ranch tees off today. Jordan Spieth 16-1, Siwoo Kim 18-1, Jason Day and Adam Scott are both at 22-1. Kyle Larson plus 380 to win the Cup race at Camp. Free betting splits available at vsin.com/split. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Are you having constant issues with drains backing up? Have you wasted money on plumbers that can't resolve your problems? We're Duck Duck Rooter, and we have the solution. We'll come out to your home or business, identify your problem, and make the repairs once and for all. From visual camera inspections, hydrojetting, line replacements, our team of pros will get the job done right. Call now to schedule service and relax. 904-862-6769. Financing is available. DuckDuckRooter.com, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
QC Kinetics provided amazing pain relief for a former professional baseball player, and you have access to the same life-changing treatments as retired pitcher Jose Alvarez.
I put a lot of stress and strain and work on my right arm, but my right elbow took most of the damage with 3 surgeries.
Arthritis developed and the pain was unbearable.
It wasn't just pain when I was trying to play sports. It was anytime I was moving the right elbow. It was pretty excruciating at times.
That's when Jose discovered QC Kinetics and their regenerative treatments that help the body heal itself, restoring damaged tissue and providing relief with no surgery or downtime. Jose's message to the medical professionals at QC Kinetics:
my elbow is feeling outstanding. Where were you 10 years ago, for crying out loud?
QC Kinetics is right here. Call for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Hey poker players, the Poker Atlas Tour is coming to Best Bet St. Augustine June 6th to 16th. The Poker Atlas Tour features 7 events, including the $600 no-limit Hold'em title event with a $200,000 guaranteed prize pool, and Event 1 $300 no-limit Hold'em with a $100,000 guarantee. Satellites start May 26th. For more details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling, with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
I'm just happy to have a roof over my head. You've heard that saying a bunch, probably through the years, but what if it leaks? That's never good. Who do you call? How can you be sure they're any good? Who to trust? Well, remember this. Preferred Roofing guarantees to educate and inform their customers on such a big decision as replacing a roof. Let their consultants help you make an informed choice that you're sure to feel good about. Master Elite Certified Contractors, Preferred Roofing is who you need to call. Tell them Joe C. sent you.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Dailies Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Test your aim to help local kids succeed. It's the 6th annual Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation Clay Shoot to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida and Mackenzie's Camp Deep Pond, Thursday, May 30th at Jack's Clay Target Sports. Get your team and the Boys and Girls Club take care of the rest. Ammo, cart, clays, breakfast bites, lunch, and goodies. Proceeds benefit 56 area clubs serving over 5,200 area kids every day. Go to bgcnf.org/events.
This is Joe C. from XL Primetime and stoked to crank up the 9 after 5 once again at the Golf Club of Southampton. Every Wednesday, a little after 5, the gang at Southampton will be hosting us with a new game, and I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Now, through the summer stretch, break up the week with a little hump day fun every Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY to get on the tee sheet. There'll be food afterwards and prizes, including playing for a membership at the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and hit the tee with Joe C.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Danny Dreamfinders. For a limited time, on select move-in ready homes, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 3.99% interest rate in year 1 of your mortgage. Now is your chance to lock down the rate. You heard me right. 3.99% offer in year 1. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
By the way, so much for Luka's slump. Part of that Vegas always knows the Clippers take the 3-2 series lead. Celtics blew out the Heat they're down to nothing, man. You look at that team out there and wonder how they're even in the playoffs. I know the reason is there's no Jimmy Butler out there. There's no Terry Rozier out there, but still, like, completely uncompetitive after winning game 1 or 2, shocking the Celtics. They've just gotten, as they say, blowed out. And so the Celtics move on, and they will take on the winner of the Cavs and the Magic. And the Magic now down 3-2 after losing their Game 5 couple nights ago. But Luka is like 35-10 and 10. I mean, dude, 35-10 and 5, I think it is. He has made a career already, and he's still a young guy. He's made a career against the Clippers in the postseason, and last night just adds to that lore. And the Mavs go home, try and close them out. We got lots of NFL news coming your way here in just a second. In fact, let's go ahead and kick it off with a football fix. It's brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks. Go to jacksharks.com. Go ahead and make your plans. Get in that arena this summer. Yeah, it'll cool you down inside that AC and heat you up with that fast-paced action as Sharks try and get it on track. The entire home schedule, tickets, and everything else right there for you at jacksharks.com. Also, the Julington Creek Golf Club, the home course. Tee it high and let it fly. At the best deal in golf in Jacksonville, it's the home course. It's the Julington Creek Golf Club. All right. Another sign of the impotence of the quarterback draft class of 2021. Right? And we've said Trevor's the only one who's still left on his team. But it goes a step further. And I guess it would make sense in one regard. If you're not still on your same team, you haven't wowed the league. But if you are the team, especially if you traded to get a guy, it's maybe somewhat surprising. Like, E, were you surprised that the Steelers didn't pick up the fifth-year option of Justin Fields?
Yeah, I kind of was.
Right, just to make sure that you got him and he doesn't price you out if he does emerge here in these next couple of years. Well, he just joins the list. Not only have the other 4 first-rounders all now moved on to their second teams, but with the Cowboys saying yesterday they will not pick up the 5th-year option of quarterback Trey Lance, it means none of the other 4 had their 5th-year options picked up after being first-round picks at the all-important quarterback position. We learned that with Trey Lance And by the way, what is the deal with the Cowboys and the quarterback? They got an issue with Dak here, dude.
Yeah, they do.
Like, Dak gets paid like he's top 5, and he plays like he's 15th. Dak's good, not great. He can be a quarterback that leads you to a championship if he's making the more rightful $30 million a year instead of the $50 that he's going to want. And man, you trade for Trey Lance, that's probably a part of you in the back of your head hoping, okay, well, maybe down the road, because look, they got Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb they got to pay. It's a mess in Dallas. I think they probably missed their window.
Yeah,
they needed to win while Dak was on this. They were the number 1 seed one year, right? Who came in and upset them? 49ers, maybe? Yeah, they got issues, dude. And,
issues at running back. Yeah, they're down bad.
Yeah. Ezekiel Elliott is, as we told you yesterday, has rejoined the Cowboys, but he will not have his old number 21 jersey. I'm guessing somebody else already has it. Now back to the quarterback position and a couple percolating news items. An NFL insider says Drew Lock has a, quote, good shot to start over Daniel Jones. I'd like to know who said NFL insider is. Drew Lock's had a chance now in a couple different places and has not been able to firmly establish much anything. The Giants and Daniel Jones so parallels the Jags and Blake Bortles that you feel like his tenure in New York won't be much longer. Meanwhile, another quarterback who certainly knows the bounce-around effect of the league is Jacoby Brissett. Brissett apparently wants to set the record by starting for every single NFL team at some point of his career. He's now back to the Patriots, where he started, and says he's excited to compete with Drake May for the Patriots starting quarterback job. Isn't that cute? A very grateful Travis Kelce says he wasn't going to hold out for another deal, and he happily takes his $17.5 million a year. So even though I said yesterday there just seems something wrong, Kelce seems way underpaid compared to what other players at other positions, far less accomplished, far less talented, make. But so is life in the NFL. And he says he's in a good spot, although he did say, I'm dating. This is bubblegum money. Darius Slayton says he's confident that he'll get a new contract with the Giants. Slayton very quietly has been like the only consistent weapon the Giants have been able to count on in the passing game due to injuries and underperformance by other guys. Did you see where Stephen Ross of the Dolphins, somebody made an offer on Miami? Did you see what it was?
No.
He turned it down. He's also turning down any other control of the Dolphins, majority control at least, not for sale.
Though.
$10 billion.
Ooh.
I don't want to tell y'all what Stephen Ross must have bought the Dolphins for. A couple $100 million probably.
Right. Oh.
A couple $100 million maybe. What did Shad buy the Jags for? Like $760, I think?
Oh, man.
And they're like $3 billion now, are they? That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hick and Arrival more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is 1010XL.
The place is amazing. They got the whole 9. It's ranked as the greatest place to work at in America.
Where every day is a dream come true. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
Certainly facing some interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, gang, I'm not an expert when it comes to investing, higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. But I do know this, as I move closer to retirement, my money grows, and it grows because of the ITP Partners. That's Dan Abel, it's Reagan Wright, it's Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryant, and Reed Wingate. Not just me, 3 generations of Hickens, my family, my friends, invest with ITP Partners, and they listen and give us each individualized strategies. Our goals are their priority. What a time to get started. What a time to be alive. ITP Partners, always there to help. Easy to get a hold of. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Or call 312-9751. 312-9751.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and you know you've heard this before. Why is it so hot in this house? Well, summer's already here on the First Coast, and those soaring temperatures can do a number on our ACs. This is where the good folks at Fenwick Home Services have you covered. Fenwick offers same-day, 24/7 service, and if you need a new AC because yours is on its last leg or already broken, Fenwick has next-day installation. That's right, next day, and can keep your family cool and comfortable all year long. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com. That's FenwickHomeservices.com, and stay cool and comfortable all year long.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This is Dr. George Bari, inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics, and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Total Business Systems. Jacksonville offensive lineman Cam Robinson, going into his 8th season, commented on being back in the off-season workout program.
This part of the off-season is always fun just because you kind of get a chance to be back around the guys. It's just kind of like it feels good to get back in the locker room and kind of get that bond and kind of start the building towards where we want to be for next year.
The Jacksonville Icemen took on the Florida Everblades in Game 7 of the East Coast Hockey League's Kelly Cup first-round playoff series. Unfortunately, 7 was unlucky for the Icemen as the Everblades skated away with the victory and now will meet the Orlando Solar Bears, who ousted the number 1 seeded Greenville Swamp Rabbits in 6 games. University of Florida baseball is set to begin a 3-game series at home against the number 3 ranked Tennessee Volunteers this evening, with the first pitch scheduled for 7 p.m. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:03. And it's 68 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
I knew my rent was gonna be late about a week ago. I worked my ass off, but I still can't pay it though. But I got just enough to get off in this club. Have me a good time before my time is up. Hey, let's get it now.
You know it! Yes, sir!
Go up.
Woo!
I see you.
Thank you, friend. Good to be here. I was up late last night grinding.
Why?
Best thing I saw on TV. Epic instant classic. Gators, Knowles, softball. What a game. Holy cow.
Instant classic. He just proclaimed.
Went into
Gators
Tallahassee and stopped that 6-game streak.
What are we doing?
Woo!
Come on.
I'm back on top of the world. Yes, sir.
Can't get
13-7, going to the bottom of the 7th. Knowles strike for 6 to tie it. 13 all. Do we say, oh no? Do we feel sorry for ourselves? No. Gator Nation got up, dusted itself off, scored a couple more, and then somehow retired the Lady Knowles to secure the victory. Their 40th of the season.
Instant classic.
That was great. I enjoyed it. Late night.
You know what the thing is, too? You got to go search for that, E. Not just there. I said you don't just surf by that one. You got to go search that
ACC Network.
See?
I dove into the ACC Network.
ACC Network is buried so deep on the channel
1325.
Yeah, you would just never know.
I had to find it, but I did.
Well,
I said, this game is, I kept seeing it on the bottom line on my social media. I go, this game is still on.
Wow.
Because I saw that the Florida had hit a home run in the top of the 7th. It was like 13-7. I was like, oh, man. And I know they hadn't beaten them in a while, and they hadn't beat them since 21. So FSU has a comparable softball program. And
well, FSU's won a natty in the last 6-8 years.
They struck for 6. I was like, good gosh. What's happened? That was like an all-timer.
Well, apparently Big Game Dan is back.
No, I wasn't there. Big Game Dan let the Icemen down. The Icemen are out.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Shout out to my guys over there, man. I love Coach Luco, Andy Kaufman, the boys. Boys gave it their all, man. But Florida's got championship DNA. I don't know what to tell you, man.
If this was anything other than our local feel-good, give-them-a-hug team, it's a joke.
That goalie and
3-1.
That goalie between the pipes for the Blades, I told you, MVP of the playoffs the last 2 years and basically shut the Icemen out twice at home here. It's just, and it's weird, man. We skate to a 0-0. I guess the Icemen second period is just, something happens in the second period, and then they got too far behind. They couldn't come back. And what a tough offseason it'll be for the boys. Because I will say this, man. I mean, them guys, Kaufman is pouring everything he's got into winning this Kelly Cup, man, and we got to figure out how to get past these stinking Blades. It wouldn't shock me if they won their third straight. If they win their third straight, ECHL dynasty. I don't know what to tell you. It's just ticking me off, though, a little bit. So I feel badly because I know we have a good amount of Iceman fans, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They love to go, season ticket holders and such. It's a fun night, fun event. They're trying. So, we'll see what happens going forward.
That's a long, frustrating,
it stinks.
Terrible. If you're a sports fan, and we said this earlier, and the Jag equivalent is being 8-3 and watching the season fall apart. It's a longer burn, slower burn.
Yeah, I guess.
Like 8-3 to miss playoffs is like having a 3-1 series lead in a best of 7 and blowing it.
I told you I didn't like that. Boxer. That Ryan Garcia guy.
Well, you're in a long list there.
Now I know why.
Especially because you're on social media.
He's a cheater too.
Yeah.
Add the fact that he's a cheater as well. Has he been like? Did they reverse that decision now?
They got to.
Is it that automatic or how does that work?
Well, no, they are whatever. They're reviewing it or it's in limbo.
It's in limbo?
Yeah.
If it's proven that he took that drug, will he lose that fight?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, Oscar De La Hoya is as dirty as the dadgum, bottom of your shoes after plowing all week. So, yeah. That wouldn't surprise me of all.
We're trying to determine how this finding came to be. Well, I took this drug that I wasn't supposed to. That's how it came to be.
And whether or not he knew, I mean, who cares? Doesn't matter.
No. That's
a dirty business, that boxing. That's one thing. Never cleaned up. It just stayed dirty. These promoters just rip these kids off so bad.
Yeah.
Steal their money. Like Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya got into it yesterday at the press conference for another fight that's coming up this weekend. Canelo's fighting some undefeated fellow Mexicano.
Mm-hmm.
But, he used to be under De La Hoya for years and years, and they split under bad blood. And Triple G claims to have not been paid millions by De La Hoya. De La Hoya, who he dates, right? You know who De La Hoya's girlfriend is?
Yeah, Plastic Woman.
Yeah, the Tag Heuer watch from the Golf Channel,
All-timer.
Holly Saunders.
Yeah.
All-time Tag Heuer watch.
All-timer.
Yeah. And by the way, admits to Tag Heuer watched them.
Yeah.
Like she'll straight up.
All-timer.
Wait, what's her name?
Oh, yeah. You'll want to look at that one. You'll want to check that one out, E.
Yeah, I'm heading to Google right
now.
I hope it's for the golf perspective.
It's Saunders with an O, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. But
yeah.
I want to talk about Dion for a second here because it's the subject of our Dream Finders poll question of the day. I was
very
just curious.
immature. Very immature.
So if you don't know,
it's a bad look.
There's good and bad about Dion, obviously, to me. Coach Deion Sanders.
And me too.
And his son, Shador Sanders, have gone on the offensive on social media after a story ran about how former Buff. And I'll tell you what else bothers.
Shador, it's okay. I understand.
Yeah.
He's young.
Yeah.
He's an athlete. But Dion, you look like this is a bad look.
I'll tell you what else. Well, I'll get to what else bothers me in a minute. Let me tell you what happened first. Xavier Smith played safety at Colorado. He said Dion never tried to get to know me, was destroying guys' confidence and belief in themselves. And that was in a story.
And that's a young kid who left All-American at one double FCS where he went, and now he's going back to Power 5. He's following his coach at UTEP.
So Shador goes on Twitter to defend his dad. I get it. Bro had to be very mid at best.
It's okay between the kids. Even then, though, the grown-up steps in and say, hey, knock this off. We're better than this.
This kid was an All-American at FCS. Austin Peay has gone to UTEP. After Shador's tweet, then we got the trash talk going. Colorado receiver Caleb Mathis posted a video of himself getting the better of the kid who left in a practice last spring. And then one of the former teammates of the kid at Austin Peay noted that Mathis had 38 receiving yards last year. That led to Ward's career stats at the FCS school getting posted. And Coach Sanders then decided to weigh in, stating, Lord Jesus, above a screenshot of Ward's stats. Dion tweet took aim at an anonymous FCS player, also clapped back at another Twitter user who took issue with Shador's social media behavior and pointed out Colorado did go 4-8 last year. And Dion said, he'll be a top 5 pick. Where your son going? LOL, I got time today.
Yeah, no, this is a bad look, man. It's a bad look.
He's chuckling.
It's a bad look.
It is a bad look, though.
Listen, it'd be a bad look if you just direct message these kids and it came out. Just to go flat out public and scream, "This is who I am." It's a bad. He cracked a little bit with that one. It's a bad look.
Well,
the coach steps in there and says, "Hey, knock it off." He doesn't throw more gas on it.
I'm trying to figure out, Dion. I've only had 2 interactions with Dion my whole career that I can remember. And one wasn't pleasant. He was kind of a jerk. Remember when he was doing radio at our station?
Yeah.
But anyway, and Michael Irvin was a great guy.
Michael Irvin sat in did a couple. That was an interesting Super Bowl week.
Yeah, but
that rogue station we were at, the dark web of radio stations,
was great. Our Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. And so our Dream Finders Homes poll question: 20 locations, by the way, in Jacksonville. Just curious your thoughts on Coach Prime at Colorado. That's my question. Love him. It's great for the game. He's only there for his son, and then he'll be gone. 4-8 last year. He's overrated. Some good, some bad. 400-plus votes.
The only answer here for a polarizing guy is the last one.
Some good, some bad?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's where I would be.
Well, some people, I don't know that's the only answer. I think
more
some
good
people,
than bad.
I think some people will love him and think he's great for the game because he gets people talking about college football.
Well, in fairness, you know what? If you put an evaluation on any of us, including me, you, and E.T., it should be some good, some bad.
Yeah.
Right. So,
do you think he'll be there after Shedeur leaves?
I do.
Okay. Was he overrated last year? Time Man of the Year?
Yeah, from that standpoint.
Right? 4 and 8.
No, SI Sportsman of the Year.
And remember the other one that, there are some good things about Coach Prime. One that bothered me was after one of the first wins, and he started jawing with the media guy. I told you, you're going to write that stuff now? You're going to write that stuff? You're going to say, well.
It was after the season opening.
Yeah, wait till the game. Wait till the
TCU or something.
Yeah, wait till the season's over, Chief.
Yeah.
So anyway.
He's overrated, and that's not his fault. But, yeah, you can't be the sports, again, participation award has gotten so out of whack that I guess now you can. The fact that you can be the Sportsman of the Year as a 4-8 head coach is ridiculous. Unless your kids went out and cured cancer in the offseason, what are we doing?
The thing about Coach Prime is one thing remains is he's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like this same Coach Prime was the same Deion Sanders that played for the 49ers,
for
the Atlanta Falcons, and the Dallas Cowboys.
Probably even a little less boisterous to your point. But, that this one, though, and I get it almost like with the media in the press conference, okay. I mean, to me, this is just that one. This one is
don't go after
19-year-olds. You're a Hall of Famer. You're one of the best ever. You ain't got to shout down guys.
It's beneath.
It's beneath you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not to mention, that's really. Here's just some kid who was at Colorado. You came. You didn't want him. That's fine. He went off. He's had some measure of success. Just let him be, dude. Who cares?
We wish him nothing but the best.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Shout out so-and-so. Maybe we didn't get to know you. Great year, kid.
Well, Coach,
isn't that better?
Coach, what about what Shedeur said? He's a kid. I told Shedeur to shut up.
Shut up, Shedeur. That's right. That's what you'd like to see.
I need him to mature a little bit because he's going to be a top 5
Listen,
pick.
this isn't so offensive that, he's suddenly pest of the day and I can't stand Deion. It's not that. It's just,
anyway, 400-plus votes in on the social media. At Dan Hicken, 4 and 8 last year, overrated is the leader, 44.7, 26.2, some good, some bad, 20.3 only there for his son, 8.7 love him, great for the game. Dreamfinders Homes, everywhere you want to be, get off the sidelines and into the game. And by the way, for a limited time on select move-in ready homes, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 3.99% interest rate in year one of your mortgage. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details. So, lots of good stuff there, and certainly worth talking about. And listen, there were times last year where we all sat there and we said, as Billy Napier was struggling, look at what this guy's done in his first year. But in the end, 4 and 8 was 4 and 8, and it sort of symbolizes a different time in college football going forward with the transfer portal. And it was right from the rip with Deion. He's polarizing, right? That's fair to say.
Yeah,
he says he's consistent and he's polarizing, in that in one of his first meetings with the kids, he basically told them, y'all are going to be getting out of here. We're not keeping you guys. This is and what he sort of, in a way, I do think he symbolizes a little bit how college football has become a business, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a business. Like a lot of and I haven't been there, but it kind of feels like just Colorado. It's like a TV show.
Yes,
it's a business.
Yes. Have you guys seen the roast lineup for Tom Brady?
No.
Yeah,
so it's coming up this weekend.
I know it's Belichick.
Belichick will be there.
Ooh.
Which is, Gronk, Julian Edelman.
I knew Edelman was going
Randy Moss, Drew Bledsoe, Ben Affleck listed as, quote, probable. I don't know what that means. But I guess we're really trying to get this one movie star in here.
Well, and he's buddies with Brady. I bet maybe that's a dig at Belichick and the injury report. Who knows?
Good point. That's a good point. So anyway, but that's a pretty good lineup, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, do you want to hear Belichick roast Tom Brady?
I bet you'll be better than people think.
And
and then Brady gets to make his response to all these dudes. So imagine what he says to because I think
people will watch.
This is when I love streaming, because you don't have to watch that one right when it's on live,
right?
Or look for it. Or
I think the classic. What was the classic Belichick and Brady? I can go get a quarterback from Foxborough High to make that play. Remember that one?
Yeah, I was coming off not the hidden mic, but the mic'd up.
It was one of those. It's just at a practice or so. They were talking about it or something. Somewhere along the line, Belichick said to Tom Brady, the GOAT. I get a quarterback from
There's a great
High School.
there's a great back and forth between Brady and Belichick where Belichick is getting on him. You threw the wrong guy, you threw the wrong guy, you threw the wrong guy, and Brady tells him accurately what it was, and then Belichick goes, well, you could have thrown to this,
Yeah.
I guess you just try and keep them in check, I don't know, and make them think they're not perfect.
Brady has a lot of good stuff to roast over, man. I mean,
Oh,
how
for
deep
sure.
and these usually go right to the core, right?
These do go to the core.
Like,
This
do you go after the divorce? Do you go after
Yes.
the
All.
Giselle? Do you go? I mean,
yes,
jiu-jitsu guy.
All of it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all of it, every bit of it.
You go after everything.
Deflategate, everything getting.
Oh, Lordy. Deflategate.
Yeah. You knew the footballs.
Hey,
wasn't that
did somebody
regulation.
walk up there with a bag of deflated footballs?
Yeah. Like, hey, Tom, these balls good?
Right. Oh, I found your cell phone. It's a
Right.
smashed piece of bit.
Yeah,
Tom, you dropped your cell phone.
I got these texts here, Tom. I went ahead and got these for you. I retrieved these for you.
Yeah, retrieve
Hey,
these.
I'm going to smash my phone because it has all the guilt on it. You know, I mean,
Yeah, for
good
sure.
gracious. So that will be fascinating. It's titled The Greatest Roast of All Time. The
Listen,
GOAT on the GOAT. Yeah.
It's a good lineup.
Oh, I mean,
what's Bledsoe going to say? I hate
Right.
you, and then just go sit down.
yeah.
You
This
thief.
should have been me.
Yeah, I thought I was going for the Drew Bledsoe roast, but I realized that happened in 2002.
Wally.
I mean, there's so much material there.
for sure.
You know, hey, Bill, I see you're here, by the way. Thanks for everything.
I wonder how, like, is this for charity? Does Brady get paid to do this?
Yeah,
Is
what's
it,
the
do
reason
they,
behind it?
right? Like, why? It's curious that Brady would subject yourself to that. What's the
It's
payoff?
hosted by Kevin Hart, by the way,
I know.
which is even better.
Yeah. No, it's Netflix, right? Is
Yes.
that where it is?
So
And it's supposed to be Friday. It'll be Friday. I think it's Friday live, and then it'll obviously stay on the.
Oh, is that what it is? They're doing it,
I think
taping
so.
it Friday and then showing it. It says Sunday, May 5th at 8 o'clock.
Okay, well maybe then it's.
It says 1 week until we're live with the greatest roast of
live.
all time.
Okay, so it is the 5th. It's not Friday. It's Sunday night. It'll be on live, and then it'll obviously remain on Netflix to watch. But
we can't wait to burn 3-time Super Bowl losing quarterback Tom Brady.
Not three-time losing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We can't wait to burn 3-time Super Bowl losing quarterback Tom
There you
Brady.
go.
Who only went back to the NFL in order to delay this roast.
that's the spirit. That's the spirit of a roast right there. That's a kind of zinger you get in a roast. Now that's not too over the top. That doesn't hurt anyone's feelings.
No, God.
You laugh at that.
I said, if you're Tom Brady, you just walk up with the 7 rings on your fingers to start.
Maybe there is a an agreement, certain topics, and I'd be okay with it. There's plenty that
I don't care.
You know that for the most part you're completely susceptible.
Tom,
There
I
may
brought
be
a special roaster in. Give it up for Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell. I mean, the material here is Tom wanted to go the Hollywood route.
Tom, who's that actress you didn't marry, had a kid? Do you see that kid? What's its name? Not sure, boy or girl. Isn't there another one out there somewhere?
Yeah.
Does that make 8? I don't.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Tom, Daddy's here. Oh, gosh. This is going to be epic.
Somebody has a good idea. We need to make some sort of Brady roast drinking game.
Oh, my God.
Come up with whatever it is.
Yeah. He's going to get annihilated, dude. Tom, I've brought your surgeon here. Benjamin Button. I mean, just the.
Tom's we got to get through quick. Tom's got a procedure in 20 minutes.
The suggestions about the guy who we see. Tom, who's that guy who on all these documentaries is always rubbing you down? What about that guy? That guy's going to, there's such epic material here for any good writer or roaster. Oh, it's going to be fascinating. Anyway, all right, we're just warming up. We got a great Thursday edition of the show coming up. Lots to do. Lots of college football to talk about. Lots of NFL to talk about. I don't want to even get into my Mets. I'm still ticked off about that.
I turned over just in time to see that. I figured you would be.
God. Anyway, we'll do that and more. We got the 10-minute drill, prize packs to give away. It's all coming up.
Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction, a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad, his guys are from here, taking care of people who live here, people like me, people like my son Drew, whoever. I mean, done countless jobs for countless people in Jacksonville, FLA. We needed a new bathroom. We called Lockhart Construction. Lockhart Construction did it so great, so fast, so affordably, so friendly, so cleanly. We called them again and again and again. And now that whenever we need something done, we call Lockhart Construction. We've moved them to a bunch of people, and we have a bunch of satisfied customers. Their family gives your family a better living experience. You got a construction need inside or outside the house. No job too big, no job too small. Give Shane Lockhart a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Baloo here for Spoonez Vision. Why Spoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Spoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Spoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Spoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SpoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Nothing came easy, and he wouldn't have it any other way.
It's blue-collar line of scrimmage football. I'm Tom McManus, and I join Jaguars Today Fridays from 10 to noon.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler for 47 years. And this Mother's Day, we'd like to help you celebrate Mom with up to 40% off our entire inventory. GIA certified diamonds, beautiful colored gemstones, designer brands, custom jewelry design. And Monahan Jewelers offers interest-free financing on any purchase. So get something special with a payment you can afford. Come celebrate Mom with fine jewelry at up to 40% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Find your why in your next career move at the First Coast YMCA. Everyone can get involved and make a difference in your community at the Y. And if you'd like to turn your passion into a fulfilling career, the Y is an equal opportunity employer and is now hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, swim instructors, and more. Plus, Y staff enjoy benefits including free YMCA membership and free childcare while you work. Find your passion, find your why in a career at fcymca.org.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll get it off my chest with some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. And at the end of the drill, he likes to hand out some razzle-dazzle. What are you handing out today?
I got a family 4-pack voucher tickets to the Jumbo Shrimp Game Series this week against Scranton.
Oh!
But also giving you a chance to win a pair of general admission 4-day passes to Welcome to Rockville. All you got to do is holler at your boy.
Yeah!
At the end of the 10-minute drill.
At the end of the 10-minute drill. I'll get it off my chest. So the Mets lose. They get shut out for the third time. It's all on the Mets, by the way. But the bitterness that I have as a fan, there's nothing worse than getting a play at the plate to end a game. And, you know, there's a lot of things.
Walk-off homer, I would argue, is similar. But yeah.
Well, yes. There's a lot of things that went wrong for the Metropolitans that were the Mets' fault. So they're playing the Cubs. It's 1-0. Great pitching performances by both sides. Mets need to run. They get guys on the eighth. They get nothing. Alonso gets hit with a pitch. J.D. Martinez, who's a real professional hitter. I mean, I love having that guy on our team. Hits one in the gap. Pete Crow Armstrong, a former Met, can't quite handle. Ball falls to the fence. Alonso should have scored. He ran the bases poorly, ended up at third base. By the way, I'm texting back and forth with Murph during this. We're talking about at bats, and it's great. I'm so thankful to have Daniel Murphy as a friend because I could sit there with a former professional big leaguer, and we're talking about at bats, and like Starling Marte came up with an at bat, and he went out with guys on base. He needed to get a hit. They threw him two hard ones inside. Strike one, strike two, and then a slider outside and he swings meekly at it, and Murph's breaking down his at bat for. It's just such great stuff. The guy would be so good on TV as he has been. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So second and third, one out, and Jeff McNeil comes up. Jeff McNeil, man, we need you, dude. And if you're going to be a singles hitter, you got to get a lot of singles, right? And so we need you to put the bat on the ball and get us a hit. He's slapping him off, and then he hits a meek fly ball. But it's deep enough that you got to try to score. Pete's at third. He belly flops home, does a poor slide. He beats the play with a cutoff. He gets it. He beats the throw in terms of his hand is over the plate, but as he belly flops, his hand goes up. He doesn't slide into the plate and hit the plate. So umpire rules him out. Well, Mets challenge, which they have to do. And there's two things. One, blocking the plate. Two, was he safe or not safe? I still think he's safe, regardless, whatever. It's the Mets' fault. And secondly, was he blocking the plate? And the skipper, Carlos Mendoza, his point is they got a memo in spring training that said if the catcher's foot is on the plate, he's blocking the plate without the ball. And his foot was on the plate. Now, interpretation-wise, they go to interpretation, say, well, he's not blocking the plate, and I get that. And if they had said it by the letter of the law, there's been a lot of times where I say, oh, well, I'll come back in football and go, well, by the letter of the law, that's ridiculous. Look at the play. You can judge it. So I get it, but I was still ticked about it, and I'm just getting it off my chest. I'm done now. The Mets lose. They got to bounce back this afternoon with one more against the Chubbies. There you go. Now we can move on. Continue, please.
Dano, you going to mention the brunch with the tour controversy that we got going on?
Is it a controversy?
I don't know. It might be.
I asked you to clear it with everybody yesterday. Did you do that?
I'm hearing about it. What are you talking about?
Well, Will Zalatoris pulled out.
Yeah,
so
see,
I
this is
picked
where
another guy.
this is where it's unfortunate the shenanigans that have happened in the past. Because my natural reaction is the same thing for you that I would ask for me, but I know because I've watched y'all do it to me. Y'all would sell me a complete different story than what it is you're now asking. That's my only issue with what was going on.
What is
if
being
I
sold?
came to you and said, "Hey, my guy got, my guy had to withdraw," y'all'd say, "Tough. You make the pickets in. You'd ride me into the ground. You'd
I don't know
chastise me."
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you do it every time.
You've
Y'all
done
do it
that
every time.
numerous times. Where
I never have.
Your guy is
Not
withdrawn,
once.
and you pick pick a guy before the start of the.
In fact, it happened earlier this year, and y'all didn't let me do it.
That's not true.
It is true.
That is
It happened earlier this year. Yeah, we picked a guy and he wasn't in, but it was too late. Or no, it was. I didn't pick any. Is what it was. But I couldn't pick two before it started.
What now?
Is that this year or last year?
What are you talking about?
1 week I didn't get two in by the time y'all's deadline hit, but I couldn't put two in before we got to the tournament starting.
Well, if the tournament starts, I get it.
No, before the tournament, I missed brunch with the tour on Tuesday. On Wednesday or Tuesday afternoon, I just want to pick two remaining golfers and was denied.
Because you didn't call in.
But it starts. The tournament starts Thursday. I'm just saying that is an example that I would have tried to argue in the same vein. That's what I would have done.
Wow. I'm not arguing. I saw it yesterday, and I called in. I said, I'm changing my pick.
We're going to have to go back. Y'all going to have to go back and let me know what you did to Stewart when it happened or to anybody else when it's happened. I don't know. I don't care. I think you should be able to replace it. That's my point. I'm just going to ask for the same, mindset when it's somebody else it happens to. That's all I'm saying. I know you. You're my friend. You're an antagonistic so-and-so. And if E.T.'s guy had withdrawn, you'd be killing him right now that he couldn't replace him.
Not if you called me the day
no
before.
Baloney.
There's no way around
baloney.
it. It was Wednesday. The tournament starts Thursday.
I get all that. It does not matter. I'm still correctly predicting what your tact would have been had it been one of us in the same boat.
But it wouldn't have flown.
I don't know. That's hard to say.
So anyway, so that's the brunch with the tour controversy.
Yeah, I don't. What
out.
controversy? No one said anything to me about it. It's the first that you publicly brought. Somebody just texted it. I had to ask them what they were talking about.
What do you mean?
Somebody said, "Are you guys going to just let it get to 7:51 and then crush Dan?" And I said, "What is that about?" It's because the tournament starts at 7:50.
Well, no, I did it yesterday.
Yeah, I never heard. It's the first I've heard of
Did I
anything.
do it yesterday?
You did it yesterday.
Okay.
You called me yesterday.
Okay. Did I instruct you to let the boys know?
Yeah, I already resent an email out with the
He did.
person.
All you got to do is look at your emails.
I got you.
And by the way, Stewie, he doesn't even count because he's never here half the time. Right?
I couldn't care less. I'm glad you got your pick in. I'm glad you noticed. I wouldn't have said anything. I wasn't trying to stick it to you. I totally forgot.
By the way,
I knew that he fell out because of our fantasy. So you probably, whatever. I don't care.
100%. And if I didn't do that, I wasn't sure I picked him, but I said, I better check because I think I did pick the bean.
I still sting from email controversies and things that I've done according to plan that have gotten rerouted. So anyway, but I ended up not losing in the Friday 5-pack, so that doesn't matter to me. I've forgotten that hardship.
So see, this is a blight on you, not on me.
How's it a blight on me? How?
It's a blight.
The boys are saying tough luck, Hicken.
Well, of course they are. There's a certain segment of the Googan Nation there that are just, I guess they're down on their luck and not happy because they like to see others suffer.
Yeah. Right.
Those are the people who really like, unless you're just playful and you're buddies. But if you're just sitting in just this no man's land and you like to see people suffer, it's because you're miserable. I mean, it's really, that's, my life's so bad, I need Hicken. Screw Hicken.
Tough luck, Hicken.
Tough luck, Hicken. I'm miserable, so tough luck, Hicken.
Jeez.
By the way, there are some that say the Mets lost last night because of karma. Did you see what happened on hot dog night? Were you paying attention to the stands?
We sold 44,000.
Yeah, that's not good enough. NYPD tossed a Mets fan on Dollar Hot Dog Night because, he was crushing so many dogs it caused chaos in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
Fans were hurling their hot dogs at him while chanting, "One more dog," and let him eat.
Yeah.
The police felt the need to intervene. The guy did the 999 challenge. Who knew there was such a thing?
Is that 9 beers, too?
9 beers, 9 dogs, 9 innings, and then literally hundreds of people were throwing their hot dogs at him.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That's fun.
Well, you're kicking out a good fan there.
Yeah. So you're telling me the police...
Here's what I love about police, okay? Yeah. There are campuses around New York that they're like... have knives to throats of administrators. But you know where the NYPD is? They're getting rid of Glizzy guy. Yeah.
I love
There
Glizzy.
you go. There we go.
Leave Glizzy alone.
That's where we are in the state of law enforcement in this country. You go terrorize a college campus, but damn, you better not eat that ninth dog. Sir, you're coming with me.
Did you see what Chuck said last night about coaches?
Oh, man, what
Chuck,
did Chuck say?
Barkley?
Yeah, can you pull that for us, E? It was classic stuff. Chuck's the best, man. And we're going to miss Chuck when NBC Peacock steals TNT and throws us, Glenn Rice and Jay. I don't know who they're going to we got the greatest TV show, sports show in history on with Kenny and with the Jet and Chuck and Shaq and Ernie, and we're going to lose it if although I did read that TNT could match the offer if they'd like to. So we shall see. But Chuck had a harsh message not for fans, not for players, although he did jab the players, but for other media types. I'm not sure who he's referring to because I haven't watched. I don't watch enough NBA game, pregame and postgame and studio shows to know. But he's talking about someone specific. It could have been, I don't know, could have been Stephen. I don't know who it is. But he was none too pleased.
With ESPN?
No, here's Chuck last night.
Also, you said you wanted to say something coaching.
Yeah, part of our job, we watch all the games and we watch all the talk shows. A lot of these people on television, they're cowards because they want the players to like them. They don't want to do their job, which is to tell the truth. And I just want to say this about coaching. Anybody who thinks the reason the Lakers suck is because of Darvin Ham or the reason the Suns suck is because of Frank Vogel, you don't know what you're talking about. Frank Vogel is a hell of a coach. Darvin Ham is a hell of a coach trying to get his career started. But for all you punks, idiots, and jackasses on other networks who want to be media and who want all the players to like y'all, do your damn job. The Lakers suck and the Suns sucks because of the players. Has nothing to do with the coaches. I feel better now.
Yeah, I can tell. Looks like you are.
And he went on. He kept going, and it was good. I enjoyed it, and he's just making a point that, you know what? He goes, also the guys who put these trash-ass teams together should be called out. So that's what he was saying.
I couldn't agree more. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you're awful cowardly to hide as an 8 seed. Y'all should be better, right? Try more in the regular season. Kevin Durant, you should be ashamed of yourself. You and Bradley Beal and Devin Booker ought to give some of your money back. Yeah. But it's not your fault. That's the thing about these players. Like back in the day, Magic and Michael, they wanted coaching changes, and it just feels different than today's superstar. These, soft serve, had everything handed to them, made zillions of dollars before they ever earned it. When Kevin Durant goes and changes the faces of franchises, they end up misshapen and deformed. They don't win the beauty contest. Michael wanted Collins out, and guess what? They won 6. Magic wanted Westhead out, and guess what? They won 4.
Yeah.
Those guys did it, I think, more than because their butt hurt. They did it because they're basketball savants. They're all-time greats. You earn the right to cultivate your roster because you're going to be the most important part. But you know what they didn't do? I don't remember Magic and Michael going out and telling the GM and the coach who they had to go sign. That's the problem with today's relationship between star player. It's gone beyond picking the coach. Now the guys think that they should put the roster together. Who will play best with them? And they don't, it's like so narcissistic that there can't be any other basketball mind from a coaching or scouting standpoint that might know better. And so Barkley's right to that standpoint. But there's another reason that he's right, and that reason is these players want to be all 3. And they're not well-served being more than the one that they're great at. And just quit complaining and trying to finagle and, construct everything and play ball.
All right, 641-1010 right now. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. You tell them what they're going to win as we head off to break.
Family 4-pack of vouchers for tickets to the Jumbo Shrimp Game Series this week as they go against Scranton, but also you're going to get a chance to be entered for general admission 4-day passes to Welcome to Rockville. All you got to do is holler at your boy right now.
The The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get Florida Gators play-by-play baseball on 1010XL.
It's a big weekend series for the Gators against number 3 Tennessee. Tonight, Friday night, and Saturday night on 1010 AM.
Oh, it's a beautiful time of the year as the sun is out, spring is here, summer is coming. Great time to take care of your home. In other words, let's get it beautifully, durably coated with Rhino Shield. It never chips, cracks, or peels. Don't pay for exterior paint that doesn't protect your home or business. Rhino Shield prevents unsightly mold, mildew, and algae. No water intrusion damage from the nasty weather we get here in Northeast Florida. Fights the salt corrosion. Class A fire rating. Saves you thousands in the end compared to the cost of repainting. And by the way, and this is why I want to tell you about it, 0% financing. New low pricing up to 25% off. It's never been easier to paint your home with Rhino Shield. Hick, I'm sold. What do I do? Go to RhinoShieldJax.com. RhinoShieldJax.com. Sign up, get your free estimate. You'll be glad you did. Rhino Shield. Take care of your home and get it ready for the future.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
This is Joe C. from XL Primetime and stoked to crank up the 9 after 5 once again at the Golf Club of Southampton. Every Wednesday, a little after 5, the gang at Southampton will be hosting us with a new game, and I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Now, through the summer stretch, break up the week with a little hump day fun every Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY to get on the tee sheet. There'll be food afterwards and prizes, including playing for a membership at the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and hit the tee with Joe C.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Whether you're in need of a simple AC repair or it's time to upgrade your HVAC system, Duck Duck Air Conditioning is here to help. Give us a call today to schedule an estimate, 904-862-6769, or online at duckduckac.com.
1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the Drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins and B&B Fuel and Lubricants.
We've all seen great overtime games and thrilling finishes, but when it comes to having a big time, knowing when to say when is key. Budweiser reminds you to win the day and night by designating a driver. That's a victory every time.
You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day. And smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting! Attention veterans, if you have a VA loan, you need to listen to this, especially if your current rate is higher than 6.5%. Now is the time to take advantage of the federal government's VA Streamlined Refinance Program. With my friends at Loan Pronto, you can. Go to loanpronto.com. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto has fixed rate APRs in the 5s. You can drop your rate now. Lower your payment with no income documentation and no appraisal. Do it at loanpronto.com. Their all-digital platform makes it easy. They can even cover your closing costs. If you need cash now, Loan Pronto can get you up to 100% of your home value. You can pay off all your credit cards or other debt and save as much as $1,000 a month. Call Loan Pronto now at 904-999-1508 or get a 30-second rate quote at loanpronto.com. Ask about streamlined VA loans, no income doc, and no appraisal. Loan Pronto, 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances performance in the bedroom. Call 904-664-8217.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
He's the man, he's the legend, he's Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Zone, Dr. K. Murphy. Nobody does it better. Doc, good morning.
Morning, boys.
How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
We won't get too many specifics, but did we bring home the gold, Doc? That's all Dan and I want to know. Did you bring home the gold?
And are you healthy?
Yes, and a little sore.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, and hopefully there's no bad. Did anybody blow out a knee?
There were no major incidents.
Okay, good.
A couple pulled muscles, but nothing like previous years where there was blood and issues.
Doc goes off to this reunion with his Army buddies, and they do their own version of the Olympics. And and by now, by the way, none of them are 30 or 35 or 40 anymore. So we always just have that slight little bit of worry. Doc, it's funny how I guess just back in the day they just called it knee injury. So there's this implication, I think, that to general sports fan that certain injuries become more common. I've heard the word meniscus more in the last 5 years than I heard in the 25 previous. Is it just because we've gotten more specific with our diagnoses? Were meniscus injuries misdiagnosed at one point before the technology advanced, or neither?
I think probably more that people are more aware of what it is now. But yeah, meniscus injuries have been around forever. The MRI, once that came in, you can diagnose it pretty easily, but most of the time these knee injuries or MCLs or meniscus, they throw those around before they really get the diagnosis. But that's a pretty common one.
Doc, so Mike Trout has suffered a torn meniscus. He's going to have surgery. He's going to be out. Before we get to how long and everything, the interesting thing to me is he doesn't know when he did it specifically. Is that possible? Like he said, he felt sore after the game, felt a bit of discomfort in the middle of the game, didn't think anything of it, had a hard time sleeping, meaning it kept hurting, got up and it was really hurting, so he got it checked out on Tuesday, and then they found out he had tore his meniscus. Is that possible? Can you just tear your meniscus without knowing exactly when you did it, or do you? How does that work?
Yeah, so the meniscus is a cushion between the bones, and it has a certain water content to it. As you get older, that water content diminishes, and it's more susceptible to tearing. So kind of degenerative tears are just impacting it a lot. You may not know when you did it, but if you get a frayed edge or something becomes irregular, then it starts hurting. And so that's probably more likely his. The ones that you get it and you load it and twist it and you rip it, it can lock your knee up where there's a displaced piece. Those are more urgent and more acute symptoms more so than his.
And, Doc, there's probably the same thing would apply to other injuries, but I know from my experience with a torn meniscus is you can go through periods where it feels normal. And then, like Doc said, it gets a certain way, and it's, where it's frayed or where it's ripped or torn, and it, hits a nerve the wrong way. It can feel terrible for a day and a half, then it can feel like nothing's wrong. And I'm like I said, I'm sure there are other injuries like that as well. Doc, they say 3 months or should be back this year. That seems like super conservative to me. In saying that he could be back this year. What is a realistic, although aggressive, timeline to return from a meniscus injury? And I guess it could probably vary by sport and position too.
Well, it could, but based on what we just said, the nature of the way his tore, it's probably not one that tore and displaced. Those are the ones that you usually can fix. So those you repair. And if you repair it, it may take all of 3 months to get back because you have to let it heal before you load it. But in his case, it's probably more of a degenerative frayed edge to it that you're just going to go in and trim that thing and smooth it out. And so, those come back pretty quick.
That's what you did with me, Doc? That's what I had done?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can come back and, if you really had to, in 3 weeks. But it's certainly not going to be 3 months if they're just trimming it, which is in all likelihood is where they're at.
Just another blow. I saw this, Doc. I'll wrap up with Trout. He's missed a lot of time in the last few years. He's become, quote, injury prone, and it stinks for one of the game's best players. And they're different. Like he got hit on the hand. That's through no fault of his own. He misses half a season when those things sometimes happen. But this one, he was very emotional about it. I get it. But leading me into another guy, Max Scherzer, who had back. Now, a lot of times you'll tell us how injuries can be related, right? Because you have an injured something, you overcompensate something else. I don't think these two are, but you may surprise me on this. Is there any way recovering from a back injury can lead to a thumb injury?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I wanted to double check. Max Scherzer didn't pitch the other day because all of a sudden there's has a sore thumb. Well, and I don't know what that means, Doc, when they say he's rehabbing from surgery in mid-December to repair a herniated disc, and then they're saying a minor setback, but he didn't pitch because he's old. I guess, you get to be 38, 39, 40 years old. Yeah. And you got little bruises and bumps. I got to assume that that's what it was, something with his thumb. Now, if I say thumb and pitching, he said Tuesday he had some thumb soreness in the regular season last year that did become forearm tightness that led to a shoulder issue. So he doesn't want that to happen again. That's got to be age-related, yes or no?
Well, yeah. Well, thumb to forearm to shoulder, that's a stretch.
Okay.
But the thumb, who knows? But it, when they're gripping the ball, we talked about that ulnar collateral ligament in the thumb.
Yeah.
That can get stressed if that's what it is. That's certainly going to shut them down for a minute. But beyond that, hard to imagine any specific injury unless he got hit with something.
Right. Well, I don't think he did, but we'll see what happens with him going forward. So,
Doc, what I saw this. It's from the sport of boxing, and I'm always I'm fascinated in today's day and age of testing how anyone could ever test positive for a banned substance, how anyone could think they could put a banned substance in. But I'm just curious from your perspective on just how much of a performance enhancer some of these performance enhancers are. So, and I say this not even positive. I would assume that you would, but do you know the performance enhancer, the drug Ostarine? Ostarine? Is that a steroid or what? I mean, like if you're
it's a steroid.
And so how does that make, like, say, a boxer better? And is it like when you detect something, can you tell if the detection is, how concentrated it is, how many times something has been used, how long it's been used, or is it like one result fits all?
Yeah, you're going to find if it's still in the system, but you won't be able to tell how long they've been doing it or at what level necessarily. But those kind of things make you stronger. You recover from injury a little faster is the reason people use them. So it's muscle recovery and muscle building. So that's why it's a banned substance.
Is it? Do these guys just know and hope, or are they taking a masking agent that ends up not working? I mean, I'm sorry for you to get into psychology, some of these, especially when you get into the fight game, some of that rationale. But, I mean, how in 2024 does a dude go to a post-fight, screening and fail it? How could you possibly think it's not going to show up?
Well, you're absolutely correct. These things are pretty well monitored and, controlled by the people that give them to them. But some of these GNC products have things in them that aren't regulated by the FDA, so you don't necessarily know what's in them. Not saying that this came from that, but some of these guys just make a mistake because they've taken something off label that from one of these fitness stores or things that they get that they weren't necessarily suspecting it had something banned in it.
Well, and further, we talked about this earlier. Dan doesn't like this Ryan Garcia cat. It's easy not to. He spent the week. He spent the week building up the fight with just bizarre behavior. He ran it on social media about conspiracy theories, claiming to be in possession of proof of aliens, claiming to be drinking alcohol regularly. And then after the win, he said he was, quote, trolling boxing fans. But if the test samples are confirmed to be positive, the result of the fight will be overturned. Hick to a no contest. So,
Doc, I got one more question for you. On a real sad note, we lost a young man, far too young, former FSU quarterback Marcus Outson. He started for the Seminoles in the first ever BCS national championship game. He passed away this week, and he had a rare immune deficiency disorder. It's a long name, Doc. I'll try, but hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. Does that blood?
Yeah, it's a blood disease that, it affects the clotting and your platelets and so forth. So it can create clotting issues and bleeding issues that probably was his demise.
Yeah, it's just sad. I mean, 46, that's not supposed to happen. So anyway, thoughts and prayers to the Outson family.
Right.
He was.
I got one question from the text line. Doc Guggen here says he had surgery for a torn pec. They had to use a cadaver Achilles tendon for the repair. What is his turnaround time to being 100%, do you think?
That's a tough one. If they had to do a graft like that, it was late, so it wasn't repaired acutely. Those are harder to get normal. Because you couldn't then stretch the normal attachment of the tendon back to the bone, and so you had to put something else in there to span the gap. So, unfortunately, in reality, 100% probably is a long shot. Full recovery on that is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 months.
Sorry, Guggen, but there is your answer. Anything else, Doc?
I think you're good, boys.
Okay.
All right, Doctor. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there he goes. That's Doc Kevin Murphy, Jack's sportsdoc.com Southeast orthopedic specialist.
Before we go to break, I'm going to need you to take a quick 8-foot walk in here. I need a breakdown for the culture.
All right, bet.
Officially a 14-foot walk.
Okay. LaMelo has gone new back tat. I need I need a quick synopsis of that from you, please, sir.
This quick synopsis is I have a whole bunch of money and I don't know what to do with it.
Okay. That's a little too much, isn't it?
What does Dare 1 mean? Anything? Do you know?
Oh, that's a lot of ink. I mean, that's arms, back, neck, all the way up.
That's I got a lot of money. I just don't know what to do.
What would one of those cost you? E?
That whole back's got to be tens of thousands of dollars.
Because that's all one tat.
Yeah.
I mean, to each his own. I'm not. If you want to do what you want to do, but man, I would hate that.
It depends on the artist, you know. And so their fee, but it's a couple bands for sure.
Okay.
All right. E, I got as we go to break, come back, turn our attention to 8 o'clock hour here on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. I got a speed trap in play. You see it, you let us know. We get the word out. It's a Guggen saving Guggen one at a time. Speed trap right now. The Beltway. South Express Lane before Bay Meadows. So if you're over there in the express lanes, I saw them there the other day. They didn't get me. I'm a law-abiding citizen, baby. But if they do, keep those speeds down. Keep that cash in your pocket. Keep the streets of this Jacksonville area safe. It's a drill speed trap alert brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. Radar detection and more at the home of the big honking horn.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL presents Blue Bloods, starring Frank Frangie as the commissioner.
This is a show about his Irish cop family, and I play their dad, Frank.
Frank Frangie, afternoons on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, I know we love our happy hours, but have you been to Mr. Chubby's Wings for lunch lately?
Yep, their new specials are awesome. I eat lunch there all the time.
I went this week and got wings, a drink, and chips for $8.
As usual, the best prices in town. You can't hardly find anyone doing $8 lunch anymore.
I know. I'm saving my money for the weekends with $8 lunch specials.
Save your money for the weekends. Enjoy $8 lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 3 locations serving you for all sports all year. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, Hicken here. May is Healthy Vision Month, folks, and it's time to put your eye health front and center. If you haven't had a comprehensive dilated eye exam in a while, perfect time to schedule one with Bowden Eye. A comprehensive dilated eye exam is the best way to check for some common eye problems, even if you haven't noticed any symptoms. Detect signs of eye diseases like glaucoma, diabetic eye disease, and age-related macular degeneration. Call or visit BowdenEye.com and schedule your consultation. Bowden Eye & Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here. And check this out. We've all been there before, right? A weekend trip to the casino canceled because real life came calling. But MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game for real. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib. Your boy loves the live casino. Just go to MyBookie and click on the live casino at the top. You'll find live dealers ready to deal and spin, just like you're at the casino. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using that promo code 1010XL with a revamped loyalty program that ensures a host of exclusive VIP perks. So sign up today and hit the casino with that promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. I hate to see Zay Jones go. Really good player and a fantastic person. Great guy in the locker room. So respected not only in the receivers room, but in the locker room. But he was going to be the fourth receiver, and there's a lot of funds available now as the Jags try and continue to improve their team. That's sometimes the cruelty of pro sports and of the NFL. Zay Jones will be missed. A terrific guy to have around here. But it's time to move on for the Jaguars. They made the right move. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. There are trucks, and then there's the truck, the GMC Sierra. Frank Frangie here, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Nimnik Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in the area. This month, save up to $10,000 off new GMC Sierra 1500 or enjoy rates as low as 1.9% APR financing. You get it at Nimnik. GMC, we are professional grade.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. The Jaguars' fourth-round draft pick, offensive lineman Javon Foster, is expected to add to an already strong unit. His former coach at Missouri, Eli Drinkwitz, feels that the Jags got a good one.
He's gone against the best of the best in college football every year and been consistently one of the best pass protectors. He's very good in the run game, toughness, work ethic.
Our pro team statewide in the NBA, the Miami Heat season was concluded by the Boston Celtics. The Underman Heat were never really able to compete with the C's, who won the series 4-1. Our Major League Baseball team saw the Tampa Bay Rays lose to the Milwaukee Brewers, and the Miami Marlins got the victory over the Colorado Rockies. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp were shut out on Wednesday by the Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. The series continues this evening. Game time is 7:05 from 1-1 Financial Ballpark. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:10 and it's 71 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. I'll make a point here about Gator football in just a second, but before I do, I something else that I saw last night at the Florida State softball game. Again, a classic that you poo-pooed on me earlier. Heck of a game.
I did not poo-poo
15-13 final score.
They had poo-pooed. Yeah.
Shout out to
I'm surprised. I mean, you were coming with game of the century. I just was expecting
instant classic is what I gave.
There you go.
Shout out to our leadoff girl. 5 hits last night. Hit her first home run of the year in the 9th inning to give us the lead.
They put that on the back of her jersey, E.T. Leadoff girl.
Oh.
Very fast.
At home, they put our leadoff girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was cool. They showed some FSU football players later identified as Jared Verse, Trey Benson, and a couple other dudes.
Hey, passing around some NIL money or
something. Well, I mean, no, I think that's neat. That here it is. It's May
1st.
May 1st. It's late at night. Let's go watch a softball game.
I think that happens a lot on these campuses.
I like that. So anyway, which
one of them
leads
could
me
be
into,
dating one of the girls. You never know, too.
Also true. Which leads me into Gator football.
Okay.
And as we go through the offseason, there are going to be those, and we've already heard a couple guys who have said, don't sleep on Gators. Gators are going to be better. Graham Mertz had a really good year last year. And is back for another year. And there's some young talent in there. So Gators coming off 3 straight losing seasons, first time since the 40s, which we've talked about. Got the nation's #1 quarterback in DJ Lagway. But a lot of people understand that this is Graham Mertz's football team, and he will be the guy coming in this year. And Lagway, yes, is waiting in the wings. But Cole Kublik is the latest to say.
I've seen him, by the way. I've seen him comment on the Gators back earlier in the offseason.
Well, he continues to praise Mertz for a lot of ways, including being a mentor to Lagway, which we talked about, how impressed Lagway's family has been with Mertz, and that how he's taken him under his wing and helped them. You know, some kids, I'm not going to, you're trying to take my position, right?
No, and Lagway, Lagway's father, in fact, tweeted publicly to Mertz about their appreciation.
Again, it always, for Florida fan, it always comes back to win. So, again, I peeked at the schedule, and it's one of the odder things that you'll see, and it screams for importance. It screams how the beginning of the season is going to be so critical for Florida because they have, quote, winnable games through their first 7. All right? And I would suggest to you if by some...
And I'll also remind you, the Gators, correct me if I'm wrong, were 5-1 a year ago.
Were they 5-1? They ended... What did they end?
5-7.
They lost their last 6?
No, they won 1, so they must have been 4-1.
Yeah.
Remember they beat Vandy, I guess, tucked in there. But
South Carolina, maybe? They were
South Carolina was in that first part.
It was?
They beat they beat Vandy, and that
Later
had
in
to
the
be
season?
that had to be late. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, looking ahead to this year, the first 7 are what we like to call winnable games. The last 5 are we'll go over in a minute, but let's go through the first 7. And listen, what fan base is going to leave the swamp on Saturday, August 31st?
Way too full of themselves?
No, the opposite.
Devastated?
Yes.
I you know what, I would say this, Dan. And in the era of hyperbole and instant access,
yeah.
I'm hesitate to say this, even me.
Yeah.
Say something somewhat outlandish.
Like
that could damn well be. That could be the litmus. That could be the game. That could be it for Billy Napier. I'm not saying he's getting fired that week. If you can't beat Miami at home year 3, you suck. How about that? Is there any excuse if Florida doesn't beat Miami? At what point do the excuses run out?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is thinking or hoping or wondering if he'll lose. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Before we get there, before the week of, understand this.
Yeah.
If you, at 3 years at the University of Florida, host the University of Miami and you can't beat them in the opener, you stink.
Well, there you go. That's the mindset of most Gator fans.
Is it not yours?
Huh?
Forget the stink part. What is it? Is it at what point is it okay?
Yeah.
I finally believe this is not going to happen.
I just have
It's not the Miami game.
Well, I'm not going to cash out the season if they
And I'm not
lose.
saying
I'm
to
gonna
cash
be
out the
highly
season,
disappointed,
but you can still realize you don't have to cash out the season and understand I'm not going to be duped by 7-5 or 8-4. You got to beat Miami. I'm not going to be duped. If we turn around and go 7-5, 8-4, I'm not getting duped. This dude ain't getting it done. You got to beat Miami, Dan. I'm sorry, man. Oh, in the story, I give you another one too.
Like I
lose
said.
to UC, lose to either one, and I will be content making a change mid-season. That's where I am. God, I've never seen it. It just defies everything that I've ever known about sports fandom, Florida football. This one shocks me more than any.
Yeah. Well, no, you're in the majority.
I don't know, Dan. Everyone that comes up to me asks me to tone it down. It doesn't feel majority.
They want to give this guy time.
Yeah, sure they do.
like
They didn't
the way
want to
he's
give Zook time, though.
Well, they like the way this guy's building the program.
What sign is that? Anyway, go ahead.
Because all you care about are wins and losses.
That's correct.
That's
Dan.
all you care
That's
about.
what all fans
Yeah.
care about.
Well,
If you
again, like
tell
I said,
yourself
you're in
anything,
the majority.
Well, what is it you care about that's fulfilling you right now if it's not wins and losses?
Not fulfilled.
Okay.
I'm just
all right.
willing to be. I
hear ya.
see a 240-pound phenom who's the best high school quarterback in the country, who chose to come to my school that's lost 3 years in a row. That's what I see. So I want, anyway, with all that said, Miami, Samford, winnable games, okay? And I will say this. If there's some way, and I don't think this is going to happen, but if there is some way Florida was able to be, like Billy Napier says, quote, built, and does what Jeff Prosser says is win games they're supposed to win, Miami, Samford. Do we have a line on the Miami game yet, or is it too early? Can you give me odds? What would you guess that would be? I'm just curious.
Florida -3.
Okay.
That's my guess. I'm going to look it up.
Can you look it up? Miami, Samford, Texas A&M all at home, at Mississippi State, UCF at home, at Tennessee, tough, Kentucky. Those are your first 7 football games, okay? If you were to win all 7, I would come back and suggest to you that you would not lose all of the next 5. You're not going to lose all of the next 5. You're just not. If you somehow win those 7 games, then you're a good football team, regardless of the competition, who you're playing, etc. But the next 5 to come out of there 3-2 would be monumental. And I'm afraid that if Florida's like 4-3, they're going to have to find a way to go 3-2 in those 5, and that includes Georgia, at Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, and at FSU. Oof, that's tough. That's a tough 5. Do you have a line for me, or is it hard?
I don't think it's out yet.
It's not out. Okay.
Too early. Too much to still be happening.
So Miami, Samford, Texas A&M, at Mississippi State, UCF, Tennessee, up there, Kentucky. Those are your 7. Then you come back and you get Georgia, Texas, at Texas, by the way, LSU, Ole Miss, and at FSU. That is
if you win those 7, you got to win 2. And again, this is. I don't like having these. I'm just down. You're bringing me down.
Yeah,
you're just bringing me down, man. What we say, gosh, it's just we're just impotent, man.
It's a different world. It's a different world.
Yeah, it is a different world. You're right
about
that.
College football world now.
Yeah, I know it's a different world.
Yeah.
You know, where you sit in the sunshine. You sit as the premier university in the Sunshine State with a documented reputation and ability to be the best college football program in the world.
Yeah. Ohio State snapped their fingers and they got $13 million. Florida didn't.
Ain't money.
Huh? Well, yeah, it is. It is. 100% is. It's a business now. It's a professional game. We have general managers. We have player personnel directors. It is a
What was Michigan's salary cap last year? Do we know?
It is a football business.
Do we know what Michigan's players were paid? They had four-year guys under Jim Harbaugh. I don't see
Jim
him.
Harbaugh, who you wanted to run out after 3 years.
100%.
And you would have sat there and said, going into year 3, if Jim Harbaugh, you would have said, and I'll quote you on this. And by the way, I'm not. You didn't say this, but you would have said this. If we can't beat Michigan State, and at home,
that's right,
then Harbaugh's got to go.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he won an Natty in year what?
Well, 7, 8,
and he was not very good the first.
Well, he kept losing to his rivals every year, and yeah, for sure. That's an example. You want me to give you the 51,000 examples of guys that I would have fired in the same deal, and it would have been the right move?
I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm just for the record, there's 50 guys that I would say the same thing about, and when you look back in retrospect, you've been you waited a year too long.
Well, and again,
and other times I wouldn't fire guys.
Yeah,
and then they do get fired, and it ends up being the right or wrong decision. So
it's hard to say.
I'm going, but I don't. No school do I know more about.
You said
no. Do I have more experience with though than the University of Florida? And you guys dumbing down the ceiling of what Florida should be. It just annoys me.
You precluded this segment by saying I'm going to say something outlandish here. So, and you did.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, it is. And again,
but that's But again, I think you're in the majority.
Yeah. Well,
I think you're in the majority.
Again, well, it's not doing me any good. Majority, by the way, is not the place you want to be in 2024.
Yeah.
Majority sucks.
Yeah.
Majority gets scraped down and punched in the face and ignored, and again, it's just.
I get it. I'm just saying.
At some point.
Yeah.
Just some point. I hate that being a Florida fan now means I have to get excited and ask you, do you know who Jason Zandamela is? You ever heard of that name?
He's the kid that they're trying to get.
Yeah, USC. That's the big win for Florida if we can get maybe a transfer portal offensive line. Maybe we can use all our money on him, Hick.
Are there any big spring portal guys?
He's the biggest one. He's by a mile the best player available in the portal. This is what they write. Zandamela wasn't just the best player to enter during a relatively light spring window. He's the top overall prospect regardless of when they hopped in.
Where's he
going?
He's
the top-ranked interior offensive lineman in 24/7 Sports transfer rankings. Lands at number 7 overall nationally.
Who's it
just
between?
Outside of 5-star range. There's plenty of reason for the hype. Zandamela was the top-ranked signee in Southern Cal's 2024 recruiting class and the only top 50 player out of high school to sign with the Trojans during that cycle. Enrolled in January, went through spring practice, and is now in the portal. All signs indicate that the Clearwater product wants to play closer to home, as he already has 3 24/7 Sports crystal ball predictions forecasting him to Florida.
That'd be a good get.
Yeah. Be our first real big win in about 4 years.
The guy got 2 of the top 10 players in the country to come to Florida in recruiting. And by the way, do you think if we had beaten Why are you sitting there laughing?
Well, because I'll tell you
You're
why.
horrible.
Because only
Florida?
only all kinds of weather can take a recruiting class that, by God, was number 2 in the country. Had 20 of those jokers, which, by the way, keep that in place.
Yeah.
And you're well on your way, but couldn't do it.
No, because that would have changed your mind about Miami.
It would have.
These guys aren't coming in.
If you had the number 2 recruiting class in the country and you had 5 more, 7 or 9 more, whatever top 300, they lost like 8 top 300 that they had. They were number 2. One for a while, number 2. That's how you get better. It's the only way. But he couldn't do it, Dan. You know why?
Because of you.
No.
Because of guys like you. Because who sit here on the radio saying, Florida sucks. Florida sucks. Fire the coach.
That's wrong.
It's all because of you.
That's wrong. No, it's because
you wear that letter.
Nope.
You wear that scarlet letter, Jeff Prosser. That big Gator F.
Because you can't beat Arkansas at home. Because you can't get the field goal group out. If you could do that, you'd probably have 3 more of these kids if you beat Arkansas at home. But nope, not our guy.
This is the drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Feel the thrill of live NASCAR play-by-play.
Way up high to block Ryan Blaney.
Sunday at Kansas. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. On your NASCAR station, 1010XL.
It couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's what I mean. Man, you go over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard and you'll find out what I'm talking about, because that's how you are treated. It's friendly help, man. They care about you. They want you to be in the right car. And if you want a car, maybe a truck, maybe an SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, man, George Moore Chevrolet's got it for you. I, of course, am in the truck world now with my boy Blue, that beautiful Silverado. Oh, I just love it so much. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, that's okay, because all you got to do is go to morechevy.com. So easy to navigate. All the vehicles, sales, service, which we've told you all about during the last month, parts, it's never been more easy to use. That's morechevy with an E.com. George Moore Chevrolet, together. Let's drive.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon for QC Kinetics. This is the absolute worst time of the year to be dealing with joint pain. You can't do all the outdoor stuff you love to do, hiking, jogging, biking, playing on the beach. Don't go through summer missing out on life. Call QC Kinetics now and find out how they can use biologics from your own body to give new life to your achy joints. You gotta call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 904-274-5522. Serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. Again, this is the future of medicine. Tens of thousands of QC Kinetics patients around the country are living their best life this year because they made the call. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Revolutionary treatments for joint pain are here. Again, Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. Call QC Kinetics now, 904-274-5522. That's QC Kinetics.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
The All-Pro Roofing phone line connects you to some of the most sports-connected minds in the country.
You mean you can actually contact these people?
Listen for great phone interviews all day on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
We'll talk on the phone.
On 1010XL.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, Hit Back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
D.D. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Nothing is more relaxing and enjoyable than a great cigar. And perhaps the finest Honduran cigars on the market are Aladino cigars. Come out and meet Justo Iroa, who along with his father Julio created this masterpiece. Join us at Tobacco Cove Saturday, May 4th from 1 to 4 p.m. to experience the Honduran Puro Aladino from the people that originally created the Camacho cigars that you love. Kick back in our clean, comfortable lounge with food, prizes, and great deals on Aladino cigars. Tobacco Cove, Bay Meadows Road for a taste of perfection.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Bump, 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 bump.
There are those that get frustrated, and I get it, with draft grades.
Okay.
Right? I mean, it's silly to...
Well, it's dumb.
Well, it's dumb because we always learn after the fact that you
it's
never
dumb, and
quite
we
know.
all do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's still part of the plan. I think if it's not dumb if you understand and accept that we're not grading what these guys are going to be. We're grading what we think of the picks right now as we sit here. Our expectations of the player, how they fit needs of teams. So, you know, the draft grade, while it is dumb, it's not always saying that, oh, this guy's going to be this exactly and that guy's going to be this. Isn't the kind of the standard window of time that you need is 3 years? Is that what we say?
For quarterbacks?
No, for a draft pick.
Oh,
for a draft class.
Yeah, honestly, you should.
3 years, right? 3 years later.
Yes. Now,
okay.
you could go back, like we would come back right now and tell you that the Jags class of last year was very disappointing.
Correct.
We've all chronicled that.
Yes.
Outside of Anton Harrison, with all those picks, it was terrible. Now, let's play this game. What if Ventrell Miller stays healthy and comes out and wins the starting job, one of the outside backer jobs? Well, that would be a good positive thing. What if Brenton Strange figures things out and finds himself on the field catching 25, 35 footballs? What if Tank Bigsby holds on to the football, earns the trust of the coaching staff, and becomes that second running back option and gets 10 carries a game? Those things can still happen. We'll see if they do. What if our Baker County guy wins a starting guard spot? You know, those kind of things can happen. I'm not sure they will happen. And that would change our outlook of the entire draft class. Now go ahead and continue.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
We do have now a draft, the first exclusively under Trent Baalke.
Okay.
Although I think, you know, people give way too much credit on this draft to the other guy, but whatevs. It's amazing how we want to hate on Urban Meyer as the worst human being to ever coach football, yet we want to say that because we also don't like Trent Baalke, we being a big portion of the fan base, we want to say that Urban gets credit for the 2021 draft class. I don't know. No more than Peterson would get credit for any other class, I guess. don't overthink it the first time through, and I'm going to make you overthink it after you give me your quick hit. But you've got your red felt tip Sharpie out.
Okay.
I'm going to go through this class, and you're just going to give me their grade off the top of the head. Trevor Lawrence.
B.
Travis Etienne.
A-.
Tyson Campbell.
B.
Walker Little.
C.
Andre Sisco.
B-.
Jay Tufele.
I wish he was still here, but I guess C+.
Jordan Smith.
D.
Luke Farrell.
For where he's picked, I'll say B-.
I think where their pick matters.
Yeah.
All right, let's start at Trevor. You have the same answer as E, by the way.
Okay.
And I'm a
shout out E.
Some of the others
ride together.
I've
die together.
Kind of and vazzed up. They've admitted.
Yeah. 100%.
How? If you went back to the 2021 draft, and you had the number 1 pick again,
yeah,
who would you take?
Trevor.
If you took the guy,
yeah,
that you're the only guy you would take, how can it be anything but an A+?
Well,
I'm talking about a draft pick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I think he's got to play better.
How?
Because my expectation.
You think
of
they
him
would
was,
be better if he? You think
my expectation of Trevor was off the charts, and
Okay.
maybe that was unfair, but that's what I had.
I don't know what
we
the
all had.
charts are exactly, but I do know that the 3 years before the 2021 draft class, the Jaguars were 12-36.
Yeah.
For 12 of the 13 years before the draft class, they lost double-digit games.
Yeah.
I think they wouldn't be 9-8 with a playoff win and then 9-8 the following year if it weren't for the 2021 draft class. And I got a lot of B's and C's and D's to add up to that.
21 touchdown passes, lost 7 fumbles. I'm sorry. B.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess it depends.
I get what you're saying.
It depends on how you're analyzing the.
Yeah.
It depends on how you're analyzing the
Higher
pick. Are you doing it against the rest of the league?
Let me respond.
Are you doing
let
it
me
against?
respond to you like this, because this is a fair way to respond to that question, which you did, which was fair. E, Jeff, if you take the first player in the draft, shouldn't he be the best player in the draft?
Yeah.
Is he the best player in that draft right now?
Well, why? No. If he's not, then why are y'all telling me you draft him again?
Because he's a quarterback.
Well, hold on now.
Yeah.
No, I don't. That doesn't fly with me.
Well,
that's
why you're not a GM and I am.
Yeah, you're a terrible one.
I'm a great one.
Also, your AD skills are getting worse by the conversation.
AD skills are fine.
They're also bad. I mean, my man just sent the NIL money to the softball team for their instant class.
Panay Sewell just got a huge deal. That's
You'd rather have Panay Sewell?
No.
Okay, then.
You would. Apparently.
I would not. No, I would not.
Because Trevor's not the best player in the draft.
You're
Jamar
the one
Chase,
saying that's
Jamar Chase is better. Panay Sewell is better.
That's
Patrick
you that
Surtain
said that,
is
not
better.
me.
Micah Parsons is
you
better.
would take those guys, not
guys.
me. You're the one that made that point. Why'd you just put your point on me?
No, because I'm trying to make a point.
Don't
turn this around.
Oh my gosh, we're having a senior moment here.
Yeah.
Your point is he's not the best pick in the draft. So my question: why wouldn't you pick the best pick in the draft?
Because he's not. Because I'm taking the quarterback.
Oh,
I'm taking the best quarterback in the draft
Okay.
with the first pick because I needed a quarterback. I want a quarterback.
Yeah.
This guy.
I'm saying right now, not then. Right now, would you trade Trevor for any of those guys?
Balky had a "I'm a smarter guy in the room" moment before that.
Yeah.
Before he pulled the trigger on Trevor.
Okay.
And took. Well, we're going with Panay Sewell.
Would you
who
trade
would be great
Trevor
right now for the Jags, and we would be still terrible.
Again, you just keep screaming what makes it an A+.
E, help me.
You keep screaming what makes it an A+ by giving it a B. Who would you trade Trevor for on the list? If right now, if the Bengals called and said, we'll send you Chase for Trevor, would you make the deal?
No, but I'd take Burrow for Trevor.
Burrow's not in the draft. So you're telling me Trevor's the guy you would take on draft day, and there's no one in that class that you would trade Trevor for, and it's a B pick.
Correct.
Yeah.
Ain't it a hard job, boys?
It is.
That's a hard job. When you drafted the only guy that you would redraft, and you wouldn't trade him for anyone in the league in that draft class, and he's a B. That's a hard job.
Yeah, because he's the first pick overall.
Doesn't matter. You can do
hold
it
him
right
to a
now.
higher standard.
3 years later, you can take anybody in the draft, and you're still taking him. You just said yes.
Yeah. I would take him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're just twisting it all around.
How am I twisting it?
This is silly.
It's the position, though. Like,
How am I
he is a
twisting it?
franchise player, and giving the franchise player a B, I would redraft him as well. However, with him being the first overall pick, he was supposed to be an A+.
I'm
as far as
giving
performance.
you more than the ability to redraft
All
him.
he wants to do is die on this hill. He won't
I'm
open
not.
himself up.
Oh,
Does
goodness
Trevor need to
gracious,
play
you're
better?
not missing my
Everybody
point.
says yes.
Of course they are. This is the.
Yeah. You're just trying to be like,
No,
you know
I'm
who
not.
you are? You're Jeff Prosser, debate team president.
No.
And you're trying to win the debate here.
No. All I did, I told you when we started, give you a quick answer. What you are is just going to dig your heels. There's no way you're going to think outside of your initial thought, and you're going to ride with it.
He's debate team president.
I tried to tell you about.
Where's
listen,
Ox Gator? He was a Sandalwood debate guy.
This was actually an exercise for UNF. And your grading practices. I just was trying to see it. It didn't change your mind, and that's fine with me.
Yeah.
But my point is, if you took the guy first, and right now, I'm not saying you would redraft him first. I'm saying you can trade him for any player in the league who you think is better.
No,
and
any
you're not.
player in that draft.
That's what I mean.
All right, so we've done Gators last
And I
segment.
also plus
Trevor
think,
this
and
segment.
I think Trevor's a lot better than y'all think he is, and I a lot better than y'all think he is.
Yeah.
But God forbid, when Trevor has 33-7 this year or the next,
I'll give him an A.
You'll all know. No, I just meant at the time he was this. I just like everyone else knew.
Everybody thinks he's a good player. We think he's can.
And that's exactly why we would redraft him.
Yeah, and you asked the question: can you win a Super Bowl with Trevor Lawrence? Heck yes.
Then y'all are not describing a B draft pick.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
If he had played better, we would
You're
have been
not
in the playoffs
describing
last year.
Okay, again, you're not everything. You're like you're saying everything.
Scored
other,
7 points against the Ravens.
Again, you're pointing out things that don't match with the things that you're saying you still think he will and can do.
Again, debate team president. I don't understand.
I'm not trying to have a debate.
All right,
I know that part I do believe.
So we've done Gators last segment. We've done Trevor this segment. We clearly have to go Mets Braves next segment, and then all hell will break loose.
I do know this.
Yes.
Y'all definitely know what gaslighting means because you're damn good at that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is a great comment. These are back-to-back texts. Jeff is right in this one. The next text, wrong, Prosser, exclamation point. Next text, Prosser is right. It goes back and forth, which is why I would assume that why you just made fun. Why you just made fun of the whole. I wasn't arguing. You took what like you do everything that we say and made it into an argument. I was talking about the whole theory of draft grades, how they start, where they get to, where would you put Trevor now, and we disagreed on it. It wasn't.
You know what?
The goal wasn't to have a big disparity between what Trevor really is, what I say, and what y'all think.
I need another voice. Can we get Andre in here?
I don't have control, thankfully, of the monitor.
You turn on Andre, please. Hello, Andre.
Morning, Governor. Morning,
Hello,
boys.
Governor.
Top of the morning. Lovely to hear you both. I just wanted to weigh in on the Trevor thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's two things that hit home. The first is the quarterback was so heavily weighted as the important position.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you wouldn't take Penei Sewell first overall.
Right.
Because the position doesn't have the impact.
Can I just I'm going to let you continue, Andre. Let me let you continue. I appreciate you guys saying this. Well, because it's a quarterback. Well, guess what? There were 4 other quarterbacks that went in the first round, including 3 and 9 and 4. And guess where they are? Different teams altogether. So you damn sure can trade a first-round quarterback for another position. Mm-hmm. So anyway, now continue.
Continue, Andre.
And thank you, Jeffrey. Much appreciated. The other point I wanted to make is that he's a B+ because of what he's done so far. Let's have this conversation in 5 years and see where everybody is taken.
100%.
Right?
A B+ is a nice meeting in the middle. We don't do that, Andre. We don't. we don't meet in the
well,
middle.
that's fair enough. But us British, we're very vanilla and down the middle. We take both sides and hope for the best.
Well done,
All right,
Andre.
boys, have a good one.
You too. Thank you,
my
friend. All right, let's do this. Let's grab a break. We'll come back and crank it around a little bit more here on a Thursday, contentious edition of The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jaguars, Gators, Seminoles. Jacksonville's football station, 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. Yeah, me, myself, and I, and Beaches Dermatology are reminding you to wear your sunscreen. Come on, man. If you're an active parent, you're getting, listen, this is Northeast Florida, man. The sun beats down on us every day, and you're at the ball field watching your kids play. You're in a boat, fishing. You're chilling at the sandbar, man. Put on the sunscreen. You don't want to deal with the skin cancer, man. And there's all different types, right? There's bad kinds and not good kinds. No kind is good, but you don't want to have to deal with all this stuff. Put on the sunscreen, man. If you're going to golf, if you're gassing up the boat, if you're grabbing the chairs for your kids' games, make sure you bring the screen. Otherwise, if you got some concerns on that body, go see Doctors Boudreaux and Metz over there at Beaches Dermatology. They've been taking care of me for decades now. And give them a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We've got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with the best prices and our wow-ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing, and free oil changes with every purchase. You better beat the surge and head to Beaver Toyota St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville for the best car buying experience.
With over 60 years of dedicated service, Big Chief Tire has earned Jacksonville's trust by providing stress-free service at fair prices. Frank Rangi here. Whether you drive an electric vehicle or a traditional car, Big Chief carries the best tire brands for lasting quality. Their skilled technicians will install them quickly and have you back on the road in no time. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment at one of those 5 Jacksonville locations. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Hicken's advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Pross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinders Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinders Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinders Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit dreamfindershomes.com. Now let Dreamfinders Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders, I believe they will build your home just right.
All right, guys, be a true grill master with the Sausage Dudes sausage and upgrade that cookout. The Sausage Dudes are guys from Jacksonville who use their family recipes to make better sausage with the best cuts of pork, carefully sourced spices, and natural casings. And the Sausage Dudes are mission-minded, supporting the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida. Try all 4 flavors because your cookout deserves better. Now available at all Publix stores in the frozen meat section. Head to Publix today and get your hands on the Sausage Dude sausage.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 2nd, 1954, MLB St. Louis Cardinal Stan Musial hits 5 home runs in a doubleheader against the New York Giants.
Bueller Air Conditioning presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, a corporate management manager from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Les Blankston.
Hi, Bob.
That is a remarkably beige suit there, Les. Tell us, why are you on the show?
Well, I just replaced my old air conditioner with a new one from Bueller, and I'm just so comfortable these days. I wondered, am I cool now?
Let's find out, Les. Go ahead and spin the wheel.
That's right, Les. By upgrading your old AC to a more energy-efficient model from Bueller Air Conditioning, you'll save money, save energy, and proudly show your family that you are cool.
Ooh, do you think I should get a mohawk?
Pace yourself, Les.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
The biggest, baddest rock experience in the United States is here. Welcome to Rockville with Foo Fighters. It's times like these, Motley Crue. Slipknot. Disturbed. Jelly Roll. Limp Bizkit. Queens of the Stone Age. And Breaking Benjamin, Evanescence, Cypress Hill, Black Veil Brides, A Day to Remember, Anthrax, In This Moment, Primus, Stone Temple Pilots, Tech Nine, and Judas Priest, plus so many more. Welcome to Rockville. 4 days, 5 stages, and 150 bands. May 9th through the 12th at Daytona International Speedway. Passes and camping on sale now at welcometoRockville.com. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, 8:49. Good morning, Jacksonville. Hanging out here on a Thursday. We talked to Doc Murphy about Mike Trout's injury. And when he gets hurt, it prompts a look at his statistical career and comparison with Mike Trout is always compared to, for some reason, I don't know why, Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle is one of the greats of all time. So I'm looking at Mike Trout, 19 to 32 stats versus Mickey Mantle, 19 to 32 stats. And by the way, Mickey Mantle wins just about every category. Has a better WAR, more games, more hits, more home runs. They're close, though. More RBI, better batting average. But here's where it changes. 7 championships to none. That's where it changes. Both have been MVP 3 times, but it's 7 championships to none for Mike Trout. Mike Trout.
Who has 7?
Mickey Mantle. So that's where things start to change. And so I used the wrong word yesterday. I mean, again, Mike Trout's a great player. He's a great player. But he's so...
What's the comparison to Mickey other than the 7?
Statistically. So 19
Here's
to 32,
where I would answer
Mantle
that.
wins. But
is it not fair to say, if you put Mike Trout on those Yankees and Mickey Mantle on these Angels, are the Yankees not going to win if it's Mike Trout out there instead?
Most likely. That's the fall of the... But Mike Trout made the decision to stay out in Anaheim,
No,
too.
I get it. Mickey Mantle played in a day where you joined a team and you pretty much played for him for your whole career.
Yeah.
And he
Well,
happened
there was
to join,
a free agency.
And he happened to join the one that had the steamrolling best team for about 70 years, or seemingly so. So baseball especially, that's like basketball. It's a little bit different. To me, I mean, I think one dude, that's why Jordan is greater than LeBron, and LeBron could never catch him. Jordan didn't have to go bebopping around the league, partnering with this guy and that guy. I saw an unbelievable stat the other day. I'll let you get back to Trout. You know how many All-Stars LeBron has played with in his career?
How many All-Stars?
Yeah, how many All-Stars have been on LeBron's team in his career? Like the year that he's played with someone, they were on the All-Star team.
7.
13. You know how many Jordan played with?
More.
1.
1? Pippen?
Scottie Pippen is the only player that Michael Jordan ever played with who made the All-Star team the year he played with him.
Interesting.
13 for LeBron.
Wow.
LeBron's guys will tell you that Jordan.
It's also a league full of superstars. Man.
There weren't superstars back then?
Not like now.
Not like now.
Come on now. There's superstars on every team now. There weren't superstars. Tell me a superstar on the Washington Bullets when Jordan was playing.
Tell me who the superstar on the Washington Wizards is now while we're at it.
Okay, but
I'm just saying.
Bradley Beal was just recently traded from.
And Bradley
from the
Beal
Wizards.
is Ron Harper.
And then there's some teams that got 3 superstars. Come on, Jeff, you
Carl,
know that. You know ball more than that.
Well, you're just. I mean, I guess to you then, Karl Malone and John Stockton and Charles Barkley and Shaq and all those guys weren't superstars.
Well, yeah, they were.
Yeah, Shaq was in the league, boss.
Right, but
came in '92. Jordan won '96 through. 93 through 6
There's
through 8.
3 times more superstars in the league now.
Well, that's
than there
just your
was then.
bias toward today's day and age. Said superstars aren't any better than. I mean, who are your top 5 superstars in the league right now? LeBron.
I mean, come on. There's superstars on every team. Jason Tatum, LeBron, Jokic, Kyrie, SGA, Jaylen Brown. Come on, you know that, man.
Buddy, you're saying that the superstars when Jordan were there aren't super. You're saying Isaiah and Magic and Larry and Shaq and Akeem and Clyde Drexler and these guys aren't superstars? Stockton and Malone and Barkley? All those guys aren't superstars?
Uh-huh.
Are they starish as Tatum?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they are. Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think the star talent's much different. But to be honest, the LeBron, social media age, boy. You got to find some reason LeBron ain't the best. You can't go by the.
I mean, I agree with Jordan is the GOAT.
Nah, for sure.
We know that.
I hear you. I disagree that today's talent. It's a star-laden league. That doesn't mean that your path to the title is harder.
No, I'm not saying.
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Sometimes these stars, you get teams like the Phoenix Suns. Barkley's Phoenix Suns were hungry, wanted to win.
Agreed.
Marley and Barkley were much tougher out than KD and Booker.
Agree. I agree with
that. So, to that end, it probably ends up the same.
Our boy Stephen A. yesterday had a comment that was ignorant, I would say, showing a lack of knowledge about baseball.
Okay, and I would say that he's basketball first, football second.
Stephen A. Smith isn't sure why baseball players like Mike Trout keep getting injured. What the hell are you doing to take care of yourself? Always injured. I mean, damn, it's baseball. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's the potential for arm injury certainly in baseball is higher than the potential for any other body injury in any other sport.
Yeah. Now, it's not, if you had said, it's weird to me because it's not as physical a game. And then you would sit there, if you know baseball, like whoever he's talking to, would say, well, yeah, but it's 162 games.
The wear and tear,
season.
pounding your body. You go outside and dive on the ground 3 times a day. Eventually, something's going to bust.
Right. So.
Yeah, no, it's
kind of a silly.
For sure.
Silly thing. The Icemen lost last night. It's depressing. It's, the Florida Everblades got that championship DNA in them. You got to tip your cap to them. They will, they're off chasing the Kelly Cup, and we're done. Shout out to the boys. Andy Kaufman, Nick Luco, our front office, our coaching staff. They will be back next year. They will give it another go. The Icemen fans are terrific. They pack the place throughout the year. They lead the ECHL in attendance. Kaufman is hell-bent on winning a Kelly Cup. He will continue to try. But just ran into a buzzsaw here in Jacksonville. Just were not competitive in games 6 and 7. And again, I don't know the Icemen well enough to know how bad injuries affected them or what happened. I was at game 6, first period 0-0. Everblades played early like desperate. Icemen countered, and then things fell apart in the second period. And basically the same thing happened last night. So they weren't able to fix it and went out in game 7 and lost to the Everblades, who will now move forward. So that stinks. And nonetheless, it was a fun, great year. And they'll be back again next year. They finished second in the very competitive division. Greenville also out, by the way. The top 2 seeds are out. And the Everblades got that switch to flip when it gets to playoff time. So,
well, for sure. And hockey, more than any sport, it seems to me, you subject yourself to a wild upset.
Yeah.
It seemed to happen in hockey like this. The favorite getting through seems harder in hockey than it does in the other sports. I don't watch as much hockey, but that's the way it feels to me.
Well, I sit there and I look at the NHL, and I just think of how, listen, we got a great first-round matchup with Washington, who we were better than. We're better than Washington, the Rangers I'm talking about. Now that the President's Trophy winner is facing a team that is favored to beat them. They are the favorite to win the Cup in the second round of the playoffs, and that would be Carolina. So,
this is a good question.
And then if you beat Carolina, by the way, then you're going to most likely play Florida.
The East is harder than the West, no? No, not really. The top of the West is also very good.
I think whoever comes out of the West is going to be.
Who will that be? Is that Colorado, Dallas?
Colorado's Dallas,
Edmonton.
Dallas is up 3. I don't know.
Are those the major teams? I'm very impressed with I'm not kidding. I really like myself. I don't know why it stuck with me is how I should have said that.
Okay.
Rather than I'm impressed with myself.
Okay.
I don't know why it stuck with me. That I know
Toronto's
the good teams
got a
this
Game
year.
6 tonight at home. They've got to
That's
win
Boston,
it to force
right?
a Game 7. Yeah, that's still a first
Boston.
rounder.
Who was better in the regular season?
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston. So
like Florida beating Tampa was not an upset, right?
No.
Even though Tampa is the one that's been
Florida's
better.
terrific.
Yeah. Yeah, the East. You're right. The East. You got to go. And Boston's also in the East, no?
Yes.
So it's you, Carolina, Boston, and Miami.
Yes.
Florida. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Well, or Toronto.
I like this question. We've been talking about all
Okay.
three sports, so this is a good
Talk
time
to
to
me.
drop this in before we
Drop
end
it.
the 8 o'clock hour. I don't, from the text line Design My Lifetime and Closures, I don't watch baseball enough to know, but can you compare stats between generations? Like, many say you can't really compare NFL or NBA players across generation because the game changes so much.
Mm-hmm.
I think baseball is in the same.
There's some nuances. Like there's a timelessness of baseball that's great. But, for example, when Babe Ruth played, the same guy threw the whole game. He wasn't coming out. Now we got specialists.
And that makes it harder to hit.
However, you could say travel was a lot more difficult back then, right? Trains, plane.
I think the very best in all these sports, maybe not football because of the physicality.
Right.
In other words, the very best defensive lineman in 1920 might not be able to survive today because he may have been 185 pounds.
Would George Mikan be an all-star in today's?
I think he would, yeah.
You do? Okay.
I think he'd be and look, certainly the NBA's gotten more athletic, but
I don't know if George Mikan would. He might be. I don't know.
But I
didn't
know
see him
this.
play.
Will Chamberlain is from the 50s, and he's
Will
as
Chamberlain be
bad a
great.
bad A as anybody
Yeah.
who's ever played. If he played today,
Correct.
he'd score 50.
he
He'd be
wanted.
putting up these Embiid numbers like everybody else does. Baseball, to me, is more defined by that period of like the 90s into the 2000s, the steroid era, where the stats all got inflated. Other than that, they stay relatively constant. No?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, take out that wild steroid era of juice ball and 70 home runs
Mm-hmm.
and all the rest. If you have a good home run season in Major League Baseball, you hit 30. If you have a great home run season, you hit 40. If you have an all-time home run season, you hit 50. I feel like we're back to there.
Yeah, that's fair. I have a question for you real quick.
Wavelength?
Can you, or E, you can play the game as well.
Wavelength?
It's time for wavelength.
Ooh. Today you're going to have to come up.
What number would you assign Jameer Watkins?
Jameer Watkins?
Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Who's
Who is
Jameer Watkins?
Who is Jameer Watkins?
Yeah, exactly. No idea.
You don't know?
I don't.
Okay. E, do you know who Jameer Watkins is?
Nah, bruh.
Is he a current NBA player still alive in the postseason?
Nope.
Is he
If I
is
told
he a college basketball transfer portal?
Yes.
I've heard the name.
Okay. I think you have.
I have. I've had for sure.
Yeah.
I knew it was I even to the point I thought it was basketball, but I'm still having a hard time.
I would tell you who will be disappointed when he hears this news. Lee Lockett. Now you know who he is.
He's a FSU.
He's their best player.
Yeah.
He's gone into the portal.
Good. You want to go to Gainesville?
Led
Go join a winner?
Led FSU last year in scoring 15.6
Yeah.
points per game and rebounding. And he has entered the transfer portal, according to 247 Sports. So that's not great. That's not great news for
Yeah, Leonard Hamilton's used to it going the other way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. By the way, Charles Barkley also confirmed he has an opt-out clause that if TNT loses the NBA, ESPN, Amazon, and NBC, who are all going to get some form of the NBA going forward.
I do. I'm with you, although I am saying more in theory than in practice. In theory, that TNT show with Barkley and Shaq and Kenny and Ernie Johnson is the best of the prepackaged shows.
Yes.
But in practice, I never watch. Or the playoffs, I watch.
Right.
So if they went to Amazon, that's worth it to me just for the playoffs because during the regular season, I'm not watching it a ton.
You know, I probably watch it more than you because of our lifestyles. I'm up a little bit later than you, so a lot of times I'll flip it on and it will be on like at halftime of a game or something. So I tend to see it more, but it is a really good show, and but it's not like it's because of where it fits. It's not appointment television, you know.
Well, the NBA has not become appointment television, at least in this country, not in the regular season. The season's
Also
too long.
fair. Yeah.
This season is too long, and they'll never sacrifice the revenue, and nor would the players want to. The players would rather play the 82-game schedule, get paid 2 or 3 times more than they would with a more reasonable 50-game schedule, and then complain that they don't get enough off time. So it's the best of both worlds for the pampered NBA superstar. He gets paid $50 million a year and then gets to really kind of be tired 6 or 8 work days a year. I'm tired. I make $50 million, but I'm kind of tired today. We played once already this week. I need some load management. This is the drill. Turn our attention to the 9 o'clock hour next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Some of life's proudest moments came out of struggle. We did it. When you realize you met the challenge. 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Make your outdoor living perfect with Art of Natural Stone. Pavers, patios, gravel, pool decks, and more. Using all natural stone design, and they do the installation. Visit Art of Natural Stone on Route 1 near Bartram Springs or on Beach Boulevard.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Meet our newest players. 1010XL Draft Profiles are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a big.
With the second of 2 fourth-round picks, Jacksonville beefed up their interior defensive line with LSU defensive tackle Jordan Jefferson, the 3rd LSU Tiger taken by Jacksonville in this year's draft. With bursting speed off the ball, he's another defensive weapon to pressure the quarterback. Jordan Jefferson could become a crucial part of the Duval pass rush.
Hey sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon for QC Kinetics. This is the absolute worst time of the year to be dealing with joint pain. You can't do all the outdoor stuff you love to do, hiking, jogging, biking, playing on the beach. Don't go through summer missing out on life. Call QC Kinetics now and find out how they can use biologics from your own body to give new life to your achy joints. You gotta call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 904-274-5522. Serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. Again, this is the future of medicine. Tens of thousands of QC Kinetics patients around the country are living their best life this year because they made the call. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Revolutionary treatments for joint pain are here. Again, Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. Call QC Kinetics now, 904-274-5522. That's QC Kinetics.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer's here on the First Coast. You know, long days, short sleeves, lazy summer afternoons, and soaring temperatures that can do a number on your AC. But do what I did and plan ahead with an expert AC tune-up from Fenwick Home Services to avoid those costly summer breakdowns. If you've heard me say it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. Hope is not a plan. That's why Fenwick Home Services has you covered 24/7 with same-day service, including maintenance plans, free same-day estimates, and guaranteed repairs. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com. That's FenwickHomeservices.com.
Are you ready to help lock down the bank in 2024? Don't miss a single moment when quarterback Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars take on some of the biggest names in the NFL. Become a season ticket member now to get access to exclusive experiences, events, and player appearances all season long. Lock in your seats for 2024 now by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at Everbank Stadium.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. The Jaguars have a veteran offensive line, and Jag 8-year offensive lineman Cam Robinson shared the next step for the unit.
This is chemistry. This is as simple as that. It's just the same 5 guys playing together, down in and down out, just getting those reps. The same 5 guys, getting these reps is people don't realize how much up front you really got to be a unit.
The Jacksonville Icemen took on the Florida Everblades in Game 7 of the East Coast Hockey League's Kelly Cup first-round playoff series. Unfortunately, 7 was unlucky for the Icemen as the Everblades skated away with the victory and now will meet the Orlando Solar Bears, who ousted the #1 seeded Greenville Swamp Rabbits in 6 games. The University of North Florida men's golf team will be the highest seeded ASUN team in the NCAA Regional Tournament, May 13th through the 15th, getting slotted at number 6 in the regional, and they will play at the Farms Golf Club near San Diego. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:07, it's 75 degrees. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And he's picked out a landing spot that is a good 25 feet above the hull.
There's a good chance
I think he's taking a little too much run out of this hallway putt he made in the break.
Did you see it?
My man, yeah, I saw it when I made it about an hour ago.
Me? I made it.
He did. He celebrated like a banshee. I mean.
Lining it up.
Yeah.
Manuel Thalloran.
Earlier today, I pulled out the putter and
it's about 150 feet.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Better than most.
Oh, my goodness.
Have you ever in your life?
Bruh.
Fist bump.
Oh, I did way more than that. I followed the ball all the way down and everything. I couldn't believe I made it. I couldn't believe it.
Congratulations.
I just
found something out. As we get older in life, right? People will say to you, hey, Bros, what are you doing this weekend? You don't. Very rarely do you have a lot of plans or anything like that, right? You're not thinking too much. I don't know, might go to dinner with the wife one night. You're not gonna chill out a little bit.
Okay.
Relax. I've got myself a heck of a weekend coming up here. I'm pumped
I know.
up.
You've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, I'm pumped up, man. This is a good weekend for Danny Boy.
What you got going on like that, boy?
Well, you would like to tag along with me this weekend.
Oh, I'll pull up now. What's up?
I know. Well, Saturday night, we're going to see Luke Combs.
Oh, Lucas.
Yeah. So that's fun in itself, right? There's
Don't
a
worry.
win.
I might be up in there.
But will I recover from that for Sunday?
What you got?
No.
going?
Right down to Tampa to watch the Metropolitans. So I got ball on Sunday, and then Monday, just for the heck of it.
You're excited about this. Are you playing the stadium?
No, we got a charity golf tournament that we're playing, so that'll be fun.
I'm playing that too.
Are you?
I am.
Good.
Is that Marsh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After the show.
After the show.
Oh, that's interesting. We're both. Is this what? Is
I expect you to hang around while I MC then.
No way. Yeah, I'm going to take full advantage of not having the MC duties. I'm playing with some other people who got into this tournament. What is it? What's the charity?
It's the ALS charity.
Oh, that's perfect then. That's the one I told you I was interested in because we have.
I'm going to call you up right at the beginning of the.
I'm going to leave. As
Jeff
soon
Prosser's
as I'm
here.
done.
He's going to help me right here, right now. Here's Jeff Prosser.
I'm teeing off with who can you count on?
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah. Oh, you knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess I did. Did I know this already? And I'm just.
I don't want to get into it. But anyway, yeah. So I got a good solid 3 days coming up.
That's awesome. Yeah. On the other hand, I won't be doing much of anything. I don't think.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Which is fine. That's generally how my weekends go, which I enjoy. But
I'm
chock full this week.
Actually, at our I know at church on Sunday, it's like that you have a homecoming day when your church was first born, yada, yada, and our old pastor is coming back and preaching. So that'll be cool. That'll be fun. Then I'll watch I got Braves-Dodgers this weekend. I got it fully. By the way, again, I don't like to take too much credit, when our show does things that other shows can't do.
Okay.
Was that? And did I, in turn, just do that?
What do we do?
Well, I mean, like, people think it's a joke that, the Jaguars pipe us into the front office during the offseason, especially leading to the draft. That the ESPN came down here for the Super Bowl and stole our ideas. I mean, just yesterday we had the pea pants jeans. Obviously, they follow the wheel of consequence.
Okay.
And this one is, and I should have known this, is with this power comes great responsibility. I should have learned this with my negative reinforcement in proclaiming the Braves season dead a few years ago. But yesterday, after just haranguing on the fact that Acuna, Riley, and Olsen haven't hit all year. How are the Braves even 19-9?
Mm-hmm.
I will just say that in a 5-2 win over the Mariners yesterday, to avoid the sweep, the dreaded sweep, Mazur's Acuna, Riley, and Olsen combined to go 5 for 12, scored 3 runs, and drove in 4.
Oh.
Clearly feeling the effects of the pressure that I applied yesterday on the club.
Okay.
Or no?
Okay. Oh, man.
What?
I'm looking at a power poll.
Of?
NFL.
Okay.
I got the power, but this isn't our typical one.
All right.
NFL power rankings by the Athletics, Josh.
Yeah, I saw this.
Kendall.
Yeah. I don't get that. That's stupid. Josh is either a hater or a dodo bird.
He has his number one team in the South as the Texans. He has them 5. His number 2 team in the South are the Colts. He has them at 14. This is post-draft. He's got the Titans, his 4th team, 28, but he's got the Jags 26.
Yeah, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. You
That
just
26 screams of 5 and 12 or 6 and 11.
I'll say this in deference to Trevor Lawrence. Okay, and this matters. What I'm about to say.
Okay.
Teams that finish 26 don't have Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Trevor Lawrence can't be 26th at this stage of his career.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's injured or something else. That's like what you get when Drew Lock is your starter.
Oof.
When you go into a season with Mac Jones or Justin Fields or some of these other
If
guys.
that were to happen, things would change around here.
They're not
in
going
a lot
to be
of
26.
ways. A lot of ways.
They're not going to be 26.
26 would be
impossible.
bad.
It's impossible. Again, barring just like catastrophic injury, like what happened to the Jets last year or something like that. I'm not saying if the Jags play just with a normal NFL injury season, there's no way in the world they're 26. It's impossible.
I hope you're right.
I know I'm right, Dan. If you're 26, your record is 4-13.
No, it's not. It's like 6 and 11, 7 and 10.
7 and 10. There's no way that's 6 from the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, last year, if you were 26, you're 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27. You were 6 and 11.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
It's not good, by the way. We don't want to be 6 and 11. That would be catastrophic.
They can't. This team is incapable of being 6 and 11. If they're moderately healthy, they cannot be 6 and 11. They're too good to be 6 and 11.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, man, I longed for the day that the Jaguars got good and optimism overcame pessimism.
Jeff,
I get
you act like they're back-to-back. They're 9 and 8 the last 2 years.
No, I act like
they're 3 games away from 6 and 11 too.
I act like I remember what the hell we've been like as an NFL team for the last 20 years.
Yeah, and
like
and by the way, we were that team over the second half of last season.
Yeah, because
so for a season and a half, we weren't.
I get it because we didn't have our guys though. Matters. It matters, man.
That's
it's what, Hick? It's what. So why were they 8-3 when they had all those guys?
What
Hick?
guys? Christian
Kirk, the offensive line, Trevor Lawrence injured, Tyson Campbell.
Did Trevor
How
play?
Far? Again, you asking me what guys
as an
were injured.
excuse.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse at all. How were they 8-3 to losing 5 of 6 if it's not injury related? How?
They got their asses beat because they played good teams.
Okay, so it wasn't.
They played Cincinnati. They played Baltimore. They played at home, by the way, and they couldn't win.
Well, they played.
They played middle of the road New Orleans and Pittsburgh and won, and everybody puffed out their chests and said we're the greatest. That's just true. I'm just keeping it real.
Keeping a G.
All right, well, I'll keep it real, and I'll do a dime bet right now, sight unseen, knowing who's going to get injured. They ain't winning 6 games next year. They'll go over 6.
I mean, what's it?
That's just
asinine.
No, it's not.
Stop with these stupid comments. You're better than this.
You've lost your mind today. I just don't know what's going on with you.
Charlton K. Gainey.
I can't activate the call screener.
Knock him in here. Morning, Charlton K.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
We're fine. How are you, sir? Are you over your lightning departure from the postseason?
Yes.
Because I know you take that seriously. I know you're a big fan.
Hey, it's the end of an era for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
Big changes coming. Big changes.
Big changes.
All right.
May not have Stamkos anymore.
Ooh.
Hope they re-sign him, but We've got to get some youth and some speed and
all right,
and some guys that can play.
All
right now, we don't have enough players.
What can we do for you on this fine morning?
Well, I want to do something I've never, ever, ever done before.
Okay.
On the radio.
Okay.
2 things. Number one, I want to give props to the University of Florida.
Okay.
It made me, for the first time in my life, it made me proud to be a Floridian when I saw how they stepped up and said that, hey, this is not a daycare.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we're not treating grown people like children.
I did see a lot. I did see a lot of that on social media, by the way, and from others who hate the University of Florida, much like you.
Right.
No, well, it's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been dealing with that out here at Austin, and having a stepdaughter that goes there. She's had to deal with that crowd a couple times, just trying to get back and forth to class.
Mm-hmm.
It's finals week. It's it's not what we need to do. So
understood.
Anyway, congratulations, UF. Now, the other thing is, I think the Vols are rolling into Gainesville this afternoon.
Yes, they are for a night game, a 3-game set. You feeling confident? You feeling lucky?
Do they bring the moonshine down in jugs or in jars? Like how do they package that, Tin?
It's a couple barrels. We actually have a mobile still on a trailer that we bring
nice.
down.
I like that. I like that.
By the way,
just outside of Ocala down there.
Charlton, you're coming off that midweek loss. Is that going to affect you guys?
Well, midweek games don't really matter, do they? That's what everybody says when they lose one.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Especially, these guys at LSU right now they're gripping hard.
Oh dear,
about their baseball team.
Is LSU, by the way, Hick? Are they still projected to be a tournament team?
I would say probably not.
Yeah, they're even worse than Florida.
No, yeah, they're in the bottom of the barrel.
How does that happen, man?
I saw last night the Gators are a 10 seed in the SEC baseball tournament. Oof. Yeah, the Vols are rolling along pretty well this year, huh? 37-8.
Yeah, I think we're two back from the lead.
We need to win this series, man. We need a little magic down there, and
we need a sweep. We're coming down with the brooms, okay?
You
Get
are
ready.
Oh dear.
Broom time.
Oh no.
Bring it in the womb broom. Go Vols!
Lost to Lipscomb on Tuesday night. Lipscomb.
That's Tuesday game, Dan, as Mr. Tin just pointed out to you. It doesn't matter. I like to look at...
I really like to get a win tonight, if that's possible, Florida. Just get that one out of the way so we don't have to wait till...
Tennessee's highly ranked again, right? They're good?
37-8. They're very good.
I think they're number 3 in the country, actually.
Tennessee has become a very good regular season team that tends to out in the post.
That team with Hochever, did they go to the final?
I don't know. I don't think they went to the final.
Didn't they? They played Nebraska maybe in the final? Luke Hochever, remember that guy?
You're talking about
that's a while
baseball?
ago. Yeah. Wasn't Luke Hochever the name of the dude?
You
don't remember him? He went to
I remember. Tennessee's a game behind Kentucky in the SEC East. Kentucky 16-5 and 33-9. Tennessee is 15-6, 37-8. And then you got Vandy and South Carolina both 11-10, Georgia 10-11, Florida 9-12. And Mizzou, who swept the Gators, that one. If they just didn't get swept by Mizzou, they would be fine. But now
Mizzou's no good, right?
Yeah, they're terrible. I'm going to make the SEC tournament. Them and Auburn are going bye-bye. So, we'll see. We'll see. They're coming in. They're coming into town. We'll show up. We'll play. But I suspect we better score 12 to 15 runs a game.
Yeah, that pitching is no bueno. I don't see Tennessee in the final series. I'm sure they've made a College World Series. I mean, that field of 8.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see them in there. I like to look at mock drafts. At this time of year for a variety of reasons. One is to
mock draft for what? Basketball?
No, for the NFL, just because
next year.
Yeah, because I like to see now that the free agency and the draft of this year have taken place. Mm-hmm. Where do they suppose your team is going to be?
Okay,
like you just had 26, right?
Yeah. I think we're like 16, 17, aren't we?
And I think what they do it by your odds to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how most of these do. Like Jordan Reed, friend of the program, has his first NFL mock draft for 2025 out.
Oh, talk to him.
And so he uses.
Who is the number one pick? Is it the edge guy from Tennessee? Because I've seen him show up a couple times.
The reason that I'm bringing it up. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you guys go with? Edge from
Tennessee, or maybe Carson Beck.
Yeah, Carson Beck, Mandarin's own. Have we had a number one pick in Jacksonville?
I like to kind of refer to him as Providence's own.
Okay. He won a state title at Mandarin, so they trumped that.
No,
we talk about great Providence quarterbacks, Carson Beck, Carter
Probably,
Bradley,
it's
Brooks
probably,
Hicken.
it's probably undersold. Carson Beck winning a state title at Mandarin is more impressive than Trevor Lawrence winning a Super Bowl in Jacksonville. Winning a state title in Mandarin with Jacksonville's history and who they play and who the competition is.
Okay, all right.
What did Chipper, when he got drafted, where did he go?
One. Yeah.
So, we have
I'm talking about NFL. We never had a number one NFL pick.
The only
what's the closest?
The only disclaimer about Chipper is he didn't live here.
Yeah.
He wasn't from here.
Right. Carson Beck,
Duval
born and
County.
bred,
Yeah.
right?
Duval.
What's the highest? Who's the highest draft pick for a Jacksonville native? Is it Derek Alexander? Was he fourth?
Oh, wow.
That's a good pull.
Is it the viewing? I don't think Derek Alexander was a fourth.
I don't know if he was. He was top 10, I think.
I think he was more like
8.
9.
Yeah.
Are we talking viewing area? Because Big Money went like third.
He went third. Gerard Warren.
Yeah.
No. Let's do like Tri-County. Jacks, Clay.
Well, it's Chipper, right? Or are you just
no,
talking NFL?
NFL. Yeah. Well, who's the highest NFL
ever
draft pick? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, was Bob Hayes drafted? It was different back then, right?
Yeah,
He
Bob Hayes
came through from the Olympics, probably.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, Gerard Warren was third or fourth.
Yeah.
By Cleveland, I think third. And
got to be.
But Union County now. I love them out there, and that's a long way from here.
Yeah,
it's in our viewing area, though.
Yeah,
shout out Union County. They're listening right now.
I don't.
What up, Butler?
And they can be in our viewing area, but it's further away than Gainesville, so no, it doesn't count.
No. Doesn't count.
You TV people in your viewing areas crack me up.
Because isn't CJ Spiller from out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really claim him like
No,
that.
we don't claim.
You shouldn't
Gerard.
claim
Yeah, no, no, it's got to be here on the coast.
And then we're talking NFL only.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
He ain't. Well, he ain't
second
from
round.
Here. Why is he from here?
He's Yulee. That counts. That's Nassau.
Same thing. Viewing area.
It's not the same
Yeah, that
thing.
ain't the same.
It's Jacksonville.
Be Gerard Warren.
Gerard is
What
out
about-
in Union County. We just said he doesn't count.
Then he don't count.
What about Harold Carmichael? Where was he picked?
I don't know. I don't think he was top. 17. Is that why he wore the number?
Seventh round pick.
Seventh rounder. Yeah. By the way, also back in the day, you could find a guy in round 40. I'm not kidding.
That's true.
Plus, you had 12 teams, which also made it different.
Oh boy, somebody's got to text us on that one because I'm drawing
I'm
a blank.
guessing it's Derek Alexander. What did Tebow go? He was 20 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of local. I mean, like I said, like local, not viewing area. We're not going west. If you go west of 95, west of like 75. Come on, man.
Oh, that's the wrong Derek Alexander. I'm looking at Derek Alexander here. It's wide receiver.
Yeah,
Derek
no.
Alexander.
Champ Bailey doesn't count. That's Georgia. Where was Sam Cowart drafted? Was he a first rounder? Not super high though, I don't think.
Champ Bailey doesn't count. Folkeston's just up there. No,
Champ Bailey's in Georgia.
Just across there.
I don't care.
Some people say we're South Georgia over here, boy.
Yeah, he
Come
might
on.
be, but he does not count. Yeah.
All right, I'm just
I
asking.
love Champ. I mean, he's local. These are local guys.
Local.
I'm talking about Jacksonville
Local.
draft picks.
Derek Alexander, 11th pick overall. We got to beat that.
Can we beat that?
I mean, give me some text line. What do the boys got?
What about Edgar and Leroy? What were they? A little later, right?
Yeah, they're a little later.
Yeah, Brian Dawkins is
Oh,
later.
I know. Balky's guy went higher than Derek Alexander.
Who?
A.J.
No,
Jenkins.
he was 28. Hick.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. Damn. Pretty sure he was 28.
Dang it. Thought I had one.
Yeah.
Terry Parker. He
What
was
about-
30. He was 30. My bad.
What about Lido? What
Lido.
about Travis Taylor? Was he not 8 or 9?
Where'd he go?
Baltimore.
No,
yeah.
who did he play high school?
Travis
Reigns.
Taylor? No, Reball.
TT. Okay, yes.
both.
So he's one of them.
Did he play? Did he move down or?
Travis Taylor. That
Yeah.
played for Florida.
I know who he is.
Yeah, he went to Reball. I think it's Reball. Reball to Reigns. Mac Jones 15th, but that's behind Alexander.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But what about Trouble? He was second rounder, wasn't he? Weren't his calls?
Yeah, I don't think he was his first rounder.
Laramie Tunsil.
I'm trying to think if there was a guy was Sellers. Where was Sellers picked?
What about Brian Dawkins?
He's second round.
Second round?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Travis Taylor picked 10. We got a new clubhouse leader. He's just
Travis
surpassed.
Taylor, 10th.
Travis Taylor went 10.
Yeah, we just surpassed Derek Alexander, the former Reigns defensive lineman out of FSU.
Okay.
A fun game. We just got
I'm trying to think where
sidetracked on.
So Travis Taylor, did he live up in Georgia and then move?
I don't know. I mean, I remember he did live somewhere, but Travis Taylor was here for a couple, 3
Okay,
years. It wasn't
okay.
like he just zipped in for football season. He was there's Jacksonville roots with Travis Taylor.
Okay.
I don't know what he's doing.
Oh.
We got somebody got a leader?
Got a new leader?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, controversial.
Ken Burrow?
No. I mentioned him.
Well, what's controversial? Because where he played?
No.
What do you got?
Is not Ron Sellers.
Okay.
Paxson High School.
Okay.
I'm trying to see here.
Where he was picked?
Where he was picked.
Well, Carson Beck settled here at number 1. Could very well be Jacksonville's first number 1 pick.
AFL. 1969 NFL.
Got to be the NFL.
Sellers was selected by the Boston Patriots in the first round, 6th overall, the 1969 NFL draft.
Oh, I just thought you should say it. AFL.
That's AFL, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it says NFL.
Well, I don't know.
Hold on, I got to check.
Maybe because the Patriots now are an NFL.
Maybe they were transitioning too.
Maybe they were. I mean, if that would count, then he would take it over.
He would take over.
Odds are, though, that this time next year, Carson Beck will have become the most decorated pro prospect in Jacksonville history.
1969, O.J. went to Buffalo.
Okay.
George Coons went to Atlanta. Way to go, Atlanta.
Boy, they mess it up, don't
Leroy Keys went to Philly. Atlanta passed on Mean Joe Green.
they? Good job.
Greg Cook went to Cincinnati.
I think the Mean Joe Green is the Steeler draft where they got more than one.
Ron Sellers went to the Boston Patriots, 6th overall.
All right, I think that's the top then. 6 for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Again, we got big money. Gerard
That's
Warren.
Paxson High School. That's
100%.
right here.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to exclude people. I'm just trying to keep it.
Ted Hendricks went 33rd that year, by the way, to the Colts.
Oh, a lot of teams means 32 missed.
Charlie Joyner went 93 to Houston. Ken Riley went 135 to Cincinnati.
The edge rusher you're talking about is James Pierce Jr.
Yes, where's he go?
He goes 4th.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's get back real quick to who the Jags are taking. Sorry.
Shador Sanders, number 5 to the Raiders. Is he going to go that high?
That's what Dion told us.
Yeah.
Now, he may not allow him to go to the Raiders. I don't know. That might not be one of his
That
picks.
wasn't on the list.
Yeah, that might be on the list. Where did the
By the way, remember
Travis Hunter kid go?
I'm about to get there.
He should be top 10.
Yeah, he's not in the top 5. Michael Williams from Georgia, edge rushers, number 2. So they have 1 and 2.
That's Michael Mykel.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Will Campbell, offensive tackle of LSU, is 3rd.
Yeah,
and
we
then
mentioned him.
Then you got James Pierce.
Yeah.
They got Shador going to the Raiders at number 5.
Okay.
Tackle from Texas, 6. Remember, Big Jake was telling us, well, Michigan, we got guys in the Will Johnson corner goes 7.
Yeah.
And then Mason Graham, defensive tackle, goes 8.
Wow.
There's 2 defensive guys in the top 10.
The good uns.
Abdul Carter from Penn State, he goes 9. Luther Burden, 10.
Tiki.
Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
Seattle, number 11.
Okay. Jags, where are they
As
picking?
a receiver or as a DB?
Yeah, that's a good question also.
They have him as a corner, which is what I think will be in the league. The Jags pick 17.
Okay.
Denzel Burke, cornerback, Ohio State.
Okay. This is The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, obviously you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. He's the attorney. I'm not. The question is, have you done your will? Because it's so important, because it allows you to take all your hard work, all your assets, and get them to the people that you love and choose. It also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He's going to listen. He's going to help you with some tough decisions. He's going to provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty. He's got the answers.
904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. Offices right here in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey, I know we love our happy hours, but have you been to Mr. Chubby's Wings for lunch lately?
Yep, their new specials are awesome. I eat lunch there all the time.
I went this week and got wings, a drink, and chips for $8.
As usual, the best prices in town. You can't hardly find anyone doing $8 lunch anymore.
I know. I'm saving my money for the weekends with $8 lunch specials.
Save your money for the weekends. Enjoy $8 lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 3 locations serving you for all sports all year. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
At Duck Duck Air Conditioning, we understand the importance of having a properly functioning air conditioning system, especially in hot and humid climates like Florida. That's why we offer a wide range of services, including installation, repair, maintenance, and replacement of all types of air conditioning systems. The Duck Duck Air Conditioning team is available 24/7, so you can count on us to be there when you need us the most. Contact us today to schedule your service and experience the Duck Duck difference. 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckac.com.
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count. When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. If you've ever wondered why some jewelry stores and department stores always have a sale going at 50 to 75% off, there's a good reason. Because most of the time, they're not real sales. The prices are marked up so they can sell the piece at a big discount and still make the profit they need. If you wanted to find a realistic sales event, the store wouldn't run a year-round sale, and the discounts would be a little more realistic. For example, Underwoods puts all of our diamond solitaire necklaces and ear studs on sale in May at 15% below the prices we sell at the rest of the year. So there's a genuine savings to the customer. We also take trade-ins. So it's the ideal time to buy for someone looking to grow their pendant or ear studs up to a larger size. Now at Underwoods, we don't run a lot of sales, but when we do, they're real and a good time to buy. So come see us at Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey, it's Roger Moore, CEO of Loan Pronto. If you're like me, you're getting crushed by rising costs of everything these days. I get it. It's brutal, and credit card rates are ridiculous and going higher. That's why at Loan Pronto, we launched our Express Equity Line of Credit to bring you the relief you and your family need, using your home, your most valuable asset. We've helped thousands of people like you get fast relief with cash. The average homeowner who does this gets tens of thousands in just days and is able to save $850 per month in overall expenses. I'm talking life-changing money. Your money that you have access to right now. Listen, if you're ready to get control of your finances and get off the hamster wheel, call Loan Pronto. You can get approved for Express Equity Line of Credit in just minutes, and we can get your cash in less than a week. Stop digging a deeper credit card hole today. Call Loan Pronto now. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being selfless. So often when we do things for others, we can want people to see what we're doing and to acknowledge it. And yes, it's good to know that people appreciate us, but true service doesn't look for recognition. You see, when we go out and do selfless acts, God tells us that we may not get an earthly reward, but we're always going to get a heavenly reward.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
The latest in innovative imaging technology is at Ackerman Cancer Center. With total body MRI, PET, and CT scans, plus 3D mammography offers unparalleled precision in cancer detection. Schedule your screening now at AckermanCancerCenter.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Would Fernandina count, Terrence Flagler?
Well, he doesn't go higher than 6th.
But would he count?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he was 25th overall.
I feel like Fernandina, Orange Park, St. Augustine, Yulee.
What about Palatka?
Yeah.
What about John L. and John L.?
Palaka's close. I don't know if that's Jax. And I know St. Augustine is just as far as Palatka, but anyway.
John L. was 15th.
Yeah, we're not getting past 6, so I don't care. We can stop at Sellers, and there's no argument. He's Paxson.
Yeah.
Right, it's right here. So,
but you don't think there's anybody higher than 6?
I am positive.
In the NFL.
We have a pretty good idea of who Jacksonville's NFL bloodlines are.
Yeah.
We've gone through every one of any significance.
Who's the highest rated, highest drafted basketball player here? D? Artist?
What about Truck Robinson? Artist, for sure. He would have been.
He went to the ABA, though.
Was he drafted by the NBA?
That's a good question.
I think he probably was.
He's drafted by the Kentucky Colonels and the Bulls in the 71 draft.
Okay, what was Bulls? He's probably higher than who did you just say? D? What was D? What was Otis?
D was D was ahead of Otis.
D wasn't in the top 10, though.
It was like 17th, though.
Okay.
I was there with D. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check.
UNF has a kid in the transfer portal that's showing up in all the top 20s basketball.
Really?
Mm-hmm. His name escapes me.
1971, Austin Carr went first. Sidney Wicks went second. The artist is...
They must have known Artist was going to the ABA because he would be picked up there if they didn't. He was as dominant a college players come along, really.
Well, I thought they said the Bulls took him in.
They say Artist isn't from Jacksonville. Yeah, we understand. He played basketball at JU, so we're going to count him.
Yeah. Well, it's like counting
What
Chipper.
about Grayson Allen?
It's like counting Chipper.
Where was he picked?
Who was picked higher? D. Brown?
I'm trying to. Grayson Allen was probably more, middle of the first? He was a lottery, though, wasn't he?
D was 19th.
I think Allen's ahead of that.
Okay.
Kwame Brown lives in Georgia. He don't count.
Yeah, Kwame would have. Oh, Grayson Allen, 21st. Shout out
21st.
to Coven Cadell Brown, holding on to it.
So far. We don't. So Artist was never drafted by the NBA.
That's weird, man.
At some point, he had to be drafted by the NBA. No, or did you just go to ABA and then sign a deal? You didn't have to go. Seems like that would be a go around for teams to get who they want. Hey, just go to the ABA. We'll pay you.
Early years.
Yeah, if you go to JU, that counts.
Must have been late in the 71
But
draft.
in fairness, Artist is not from Jacksonville.
I looked at the 1971 NBA draft, and I did not see him in the first round by the Bulls. He was drafted by the Colonels, Kentucky Colonels. ABA teams were interested in keeping Gilmore in the ABA. Therefore, he went to Kentucky with a 7th pick and signed a 10-year, $2.5 million contract. NBA teams knew Gilmore would not sign, so the Bulls strategically used a 7th-round pick to secure any possible future rights, which they ultimately got. Okay.
Well, so that ultimately still leaves us with D. I can't think of anybody, if it was not Otis. If Otis didn't, you say Otis didn't go higher than 21st?
No, Otis was, I'm pretty sure Otis,
second
Ronnie
rounder.
Murphy went to JU, but
he's high. He's 19, isn't
he?
he?
19.
Ooh, Ronnie Murphy could be 17. He'd also be 21 or 2. This could be Ronnie.
hard
Could
to
be
remember.
Ronnie. Did Ronnie play high school here?
17.
Yeah, 17. So
Ronnie
there's a
did
new
not.
leader.
Ronnie went to Oviedo.
And what about D? He was here, Bowles.
He went to Bowles.
Well, if we're now going to make the
if we're going to count artists, though, you got to count Ronnie.
Yeah, I don't know if we should count Artist.
I don't think we should.
Yeah, he's not from Jackson. You're right.
But then should we count Chipper?
He played high. I think where you play high school
school
counts
counts.
more than where you
okay.
play college,
Okay.
right?
That's fair.
I mean,
That's fair.
If you know, right? If Carson Beck ain't going to be the best player from Athens, if they're doing the story,
Right. That's fair.
And like high school, if you hear like your junior and senior year, you definitely that count. But
Yeah,
if you
because
came
Udonis
down-
Haslam played a year of high school ball here. He was 10th grade Wolfson.
right?
Then he left.
He was
Then he left
picked
to
for-
Miami.
Yeah,
Went to high school in Miami for his senior year.
was Udonis from here? Like, did he go? Did he live here up through 10th grade, or was he just here?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Well, shoot. our guy from the Gators basketball team who wasn't a high draft pick, but the guy who had the heart issue.
Yeah.
Keontae.
Yeah, he's from here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Grew up here.
Yeah, we said that before.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's see what's. Do we have time?
We can.
Yeah. Real quickie.
Let's make it quick.
It's top
Number
five. Today it's brought to you by Mission Pest Solutions.
Okay.
Sometimes we get some pesty little details in this, but nonetheless, if you want all your solutions to all your potential pest, I won't say pest issues. You're not going to have them. Why don't you call Mission Pest Solutions? 944-PEST.
We knew it was coming, gentlemen. A Vegas company announces plans to build an NBA-ready arena. So we know what that means.
Yeah, they're going.
Oh, yeah, they're going.
Who is
it? Yeah.
They haven't announced yet.
No, but who would it be?
I'm surprised that, the Clippers getting ready to open their new joint. I'm really surprised that Ballmer stayed there.
Oh, it's a great place.
Yeah, but he's from Seattle.
Yeah. Oh.
That'd have been a natural place to stay back. And Vegas is where you want to go. I don't care what NBA team and how popular they are.
LA, dude.
Their revenue would be more if they go to Vegas.
I don't know about that. Not LA.
It'll be.
I don't know.
It'll be
That
real
place
comparable, though.
That place is awesome. That new arena.
Oh yeah, the one the Clippers are going to be in.
Yeah.
Number 4
makes the Lakers place look like the outhouse.
Gentlemen, y'all know who Blue Ivy is?
The daughter of Beyonce.
Yeah, she will be side by side next to her mother in the new Lion King film titled Mufasa.
Okay. How old is Blue Ivy these days?
I don't know.
Yeah,
10.
Yeah, we don't care. Let's keep moving on.
Number 3
Logan Paul. So this is why Raw is what is it, WWF Raw? Because Patrick Mahomes was recently there, and Logan Paul was.
Those guys
there.
look so corny to me when they do that. I was watching Mahomes acting all fake and tough. It's so corny.
It don't look right with them.
It's just corny.
Well, Logan Paul used Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl ring to knock out one of the wrestlers there.
Yeah, I saw that. I have one that Dan will like.
Okay.
Let me get you right in.
Number 2
The 76ers owners and former minority owner Michael Rubin have bought the tickets for Thursday's Game 6 playoff series against the Knicks in an attempt to block Knicks fans from once again overrunning Wells Fargo Center.
And it's weak on their part because they're doing a nice thing, but they shouldn't get credit. Like they're giving them to first responders, which is great.
Why don't you get credit?
Because they're doing it just keep the Knicks fans out.
Yeah, you do both. It's smart on their point. How do you know, though, that the Knicks fans haven't already bought theirs? Do you have a way of knowing?
Great question. We'll
I get Embiid being ticked. I'd be ticked, too. But the game has changed. We talked about this a lot in football. It's not the way it used to be.
No.
People travel now and go.
You leave our team.
Yeah.
Are you sitting here saying you're a Sixer for life?
No.
I got no. I really have no
I guess
problem.
my point is also it's just that America travels more now.
That's true.
We talk about like our kids, our generation. They go, man. They go, and it used to not be a thing to go to road games. It was a very small, diehard group where now people plan vacations about going to these cities and going to these games.
Number 1
And since we talking hoop, JJ Redick was recently a guest on the Big podcast, and one of his clips went viral. This is what he said. What'd you say, JJ?
AJ?
A lot of times we're comparing eras. Like I'll say this with Michael Jordan, and I don't mean this to be controversial. Michael Jordan, during his heyday, 6 teams were added to the NBA. There were 90 players added to the NBA. Does that not water down? I'm not talking playoffs, by the way. No chance we're talking playoffs. You're not telling me that the league for a little bit is going to be a little watered down?
Okay, hey, JJ, idiot. It's the opposite. This guy went to Duke, man. Duke needs to check the... No, it's the opposite. That jumped out, right? That's the misspeak? Is he getting made fun of because it's the opposite effect?
No.
It's the opposite effect, E.T. You can't follow this or you feel me. If you have 90 players you're playing against versus 140, it's harder playing against the 90.
Man, that's like all these new. That's like an expansion team winning the Super Bowl the first year. Like, no, it's easier if there's these new boys coming.
You're frustrating me now with your just because now you've got what's one thing you're very very good at is being like objective. But your stand-up of LeBron has now reached a point.
Come on.
This is math. If I am playing against the best 90 players in the world, that means the 53 who would not have made it aren't there.
If we add an expansion
well,
team
first
to
of
the
all,
NFL
JJ's
this year,
wrong because he plays now. And by the way, the people have spoken. Go to the top 50 list and find me how many LeBron's players are on there, and then tell me how many of Jordan's, and that'll be the answer.
If we had an expansion team to the NFL right now, where would they finish this year? Where would they finish?
Not good.
Yeah, not good.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what he's saying. Like you're adding a bunch of players. They're new to this. They got to adjust. It's a little watered down as opposed to playing against a bunch of veterans.
Again, this is the same group that's arguing that Jordan didn't play against any stars when, again, there's twice as many top 50 all-time players played in Jordan's era than now.
This is the drill. That's what's trending.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. More Jaguars, more prep sports, more Gators, more Knowles, more dogs, more golf. Plus original podcasts from your favorite 1010XL personalities. 1010XL.com.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Exciting news from All Pro Roofing. Effective right now, you can get an instant roof quote. Just click the Instant Roof Quote tab on their website. Whether you're in need of roofing, exterior siding, or windows, All Pro Roofing is your local partner for quality craftsmanship. Click the Instant Roof tab and voila! Get an instant quote. It's that simple. Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Add an ace to your Tuesday morning.
The third ace in 4 days.
Brunch with a tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Brought to you by Clearwater Irrigation and Art of Natural Stone.
8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Your golden chance to score a deal that will make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors. Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Coastal Equipment.
Free. Who doesn't love free?
With MyLowe's Rewards, you get the member-only treatment that's actually worth it. Enjoy free member gifts you'll love. And once you reach Silver Key status, you can get free standard shipping. Because Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Learn more about our new loyalty program at Lowes.com/MyLowe's today. Program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowes.com/terms for details. Member gifts may be subject to additional terms and restrictions. See Lowes.com/shipping terms for details. Subject to change.
Open early and open late. Dailies is always there, making things easy for you to cruise in and cruise out. So hit Dailies cold case the next time you're craving a cold one. Bud Light by the case, plus plenty of singles to choose from. Corona to the king of beers to Stella or a Natty. They're all cold at Dailies.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Imagine a complete one-stop shop for all your company's technology needs. A Jacksonville business who keeps their customer service local, so you never get outsourced to a distant call center. When your company is ready for faster support for managed IT services, voice over IP phone systems, or access control, discover why so many business owners select Total Business Systems. Call 604-6900, 604-6900, or jacksitexperts.com.
Ever buy a gym membership but don't ever use it? Who hasn't? ET here, sports fans, and instead, I send plants and flowers to people I love from Kuhn Flowers, home of the beautiful window display on Beach Boulevard. Now that's money well spent. Kuhn Flowers.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's been a contentious program today.
It has been very argumentative.
E and Jeff, Dan and Jeff, Dan and E. It's just gone round and round.
Yeah.
Ultimately, though,
it feels good because I was on the right side of all those. So while it's contentious, while it's going on, I get to leave with like full and secure in the knowledge of my correctness.
Frustrating. We appreciate you hanging out with us here on a Thursday. We're back
and we
tomorrow.
do. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday, and yes, a Friday show is still on the schedule.
As far as we know, at this point in time.
Yes.
Do we have a meeting with the boss today?
Pre-show, I believe. Do we have a meeting today?
I don't
know. I don't think so either. I have a couple other meetings I have scheduled, so that would be a problem.
If we do.
E, what do you got going on today? You just going to go out and putt in the hallway for the rest of the day?
Oh, I'm putting in my
tour
cards.
Pick me up. That was awesome, dude. He just rolled one in for about 300
Happiest
feet.
guy I've ever seen.
He sprinted down the hall.
You should hear him in there. He's bragging to
I know, it's great.
Dylan.
It's awesome. This is what happens, Z, when you get old and all your real, true athletic accomplishments are passed.
Won't race against Marcel, but he makes a putt. And he thinks he's ready to join the tour.
I found myself doing this, boys, and I'll leave you with this. You know, we got the grandkids, so we got the little plastic, little Tykes hoop thing set up. And
jamming.
I made four. I flipped 4 in a row backhand. I had to tell my son. Did you see? Dad just made 4 in a row.
Backhand.
That's how your standards change as you age. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.